Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Premier Volleyball League and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
the season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP. All in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays, talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, at syempre, the cheers. How much do we love Pinoy sports? With all our heart, all-out passion. All the time. All with Pilipinas Live. Ang app natin para sa sports natin.
Get access and watch your favorite sporting events on Pilipinas Live with these easy steps. Download via Google Play or App Store. Once downloaded, enter a valid email address. Verify the OTP sent to your email address. Note that the OTP is valid for 5 minutes and for one-time use only. If no OTP is received, you may click on the Resend OTP button. Once successful, create and enter your password. Accept the terms and conditions to complete your registration. You can now log on to Pilipinas Live. Subscribe now for only 149 pesos monthly.
You know what I love about Filipinas Live? I can watch me. Filipinas Live lets me watch in different angles. No. I'm referring to the Multicam feature. It allows me to chat with the other viewers too, which means I can read your comments too. Come on, guys. That's what I'm talking about. And it's not just games, there's original content too. And that is Filipinas Love. Filipinas Live.
Pilipinas Live is the home of Philippine volleyball. Watch your favorite volleyball leagues such as Spikers Turf, Premier Volleyball League, and the UAAP, all in one app. You can watch all these games and more live and on your preferred device. Download Pilipinas Live today from the App Store or Google Play Store and register for free.
How much do we love Pinoy sports? As a fan, we don't just watch the games.
The season for me, and I just owe it all to the work I put in.
We watch every part, every angle, every name. We talk about the plays. Talk about it for days. We witness the big events, the thrilling moments, and relive the best seconds. We cherish the fears, the tears, a champ.
Others surrounded, scored, fouled as well. That will have to fire. Drills it in. Mo powers his way through. Great foul, foul. DJ will fly. Goodbye. Troyano gets it to go. Wow. With a twisteroo and a foul as well.
It's really a hard game for us and difficult to beat Ginebra. First game is talagang kailangan kalimutan namin yon.
Gray launches. Yes! Traffic shot. Yes! San Miguel will have a 2-1 lead in their own series.
Barangay Ginebra trying to lean in to that never say die spirit.
After struggling through the first two games, bigla namang parang nakawala sa koral. Si Celedon Trellano back in Game 3, nagpasabog siya ng 33 puntos to guide San Miguel to a 2-1 lead. Pero ang Barangay Ginebra, handang-handa naman bumawi. Gusto nilang makatabla sa ating race to 4 with RJ Abarientos, Scotty Thompson, and the rest of the Kings. Nandito tayo sa loob ng Mall of Asia Arena. Solid 4, race to golden glory. Game number 4 na tayo live on RPTV. At para pasayahin ang ating linggo ngayong linggo dito sa RPTV, ating mga kwentuhan. 3-time PBA champion Coach Ryan Gregorio. This series becoming even more interesting as the games go by.
And it is very important, particularly dito sa Barangay Ginebra. They dropped their last two games after winning the first one. Offense has been a problem in the last two, only averaging 84.5 points per ball game. In the lone victory partner, 99 points ang kanilang na-score.
At ito nga Game 3 natin. Netong nakaraang Biyernes lang, ang San Miguel. Maganda yung naging simula, kaya naman tuwan na sila. Sa kabila naman, Meralco nakaisa na.
Napakagandang serye, matutunghayan natin ngayon na araw na ito. Nabanggit natin yung dalawang dikit na panalo ng San Miguel, Game 2 and Game 3. Ito naman sa kabilang panig, after winning 2 straight itong tropang 5G, natalisod sila ng bahagya ng Meralco Balls ng Game 3.
Kaya naman, painit ang bakbakan, yung TNT Meralco. Mamaya po yan, unahin natin yung bakbakan ng SMB at Barangay Ginebra. Let's take a look at what happened just 2 nights ago, Coach RG. San Miguel was in control, pero pagdating ng dulo, syempre ang Ginebra humabol pa rin.
It was an 18-point advantage. The biggest para sa San Miguel, lalong-lalo na noong mga early part ng ating ball game. Bumalik itong Barangay Ginebra. Unfortunately, it was not enough. They shot miserably from the field, only 36%. Hindi naman mataas yung San Miguel, 38%. Pero ang mga malalaking numero rito is yung rebounding, plus 13 itong koponan ni Coach Leo Austria. Assist, very unlikely na mas maraming assist itong San Miguel. 16 lamang para sa Barangay at yung bench points. Yung kinakatakutan ng mga kalaban itong San Miguel, yung tinatawag nilang depth team, yung lalim ng kanilang bench, led by this guy who simply exploded big time in Game 3.
Game number 1, 5 puntos lang. Yang si Don Trollano. Game 2, nakaabot na ng double digits. Pero nakita natin, mas agresibo na siya. Pagdating Game 3, nahuli na.
And understanding exactly his spots, he should not actually demand that rock. He should wait for the other players to get doubled, particularly itong si Junmar Fajardo. He should run the break and wait for the ball to get to him. Is one of the better fast break finishers here for San Miguel. 8.5 points per ball game the first 2 games on a 25% shooting from the field. But look at his numbers pagdating ng Game 3. 33 points, his confidence high. Shot 21 times from the field, knocking in 11 for 54%. Rebounding, mas mataas pa rin dun sa kanyang previous 2 games and also in the assist department. So ang mahirap talaga rito sa koponan ng Barangay Ginebra is gagwardyahan mo na si Junmar pero marami ka pang kailangang gwardyahang mga gwardya.
Kasi nga, hindi lang naman si Trollano off the bench. Pati yung kasama ni Abay dun sa starting unit. Etong si CJ Perez, unti-unti na rin nahuhuli yung kanyang rhythm.
Also understanding exactly the shots that he should take. Fast break should be his domain. He is the best fast break finisher for his team. Pag meron talaga silang fast break opportunities, kailangan talaga hanapin nila itong si CJ Perez. Shot 16 times in the first game, making 6 in the second game. He was simply miserable, 4 out of 17. A lot better in Game 3, total points 19. His highest in this series, 8 out of 17 from the field. 3 rebounds, 3 assists, and plus 10. Importante lang dito kay CJ Perez, huwag niyang pipilitin yung kanyang tira. Let the game come to him. Dahil nga meron silang kakampi na si Abay na parating dino-double team. Minsan nga, tini-triple team partner eh.
Yung first 2 games, puro 20-20 ang pinakalat ni Abay dito sa Barangay Ginebra. Pero yung 9-time MVP natin was slowed down back in Game 3. Sa points lang ha, pero yung rebounds, kita mo naman, halimaw pa rin.
Ibang klase talaga. In the first 2 games, it's pure dominance for the big man. 24 points per ball game, 73% from the field, 23 rebounds and 1 block shot. He only shot 8 times in Game 3, only scored 6 points. But it's all about understanding. From the mindset of Coach Tim Cone, babantayan talaga ito eh. Dahil nga he was simply dominating. So nung nakita na ni Junmar na parati siyang, kumbaga napakasikip ng kanyang operating space, naghanap na siya ng kanyang mga kakampi.
And for more on Junmar and the San Miguel Beermen, isali na natin sa ating trio si Miss Bel Gregorio.
6 points man lang si the Kraken na last game. Komportable naman daw si Coach Leo dito if it means that Junmar is still getting his rebounds and getting his teammates involved. Dagdag niya that it just goes to show how unselfish Abay is. Wala siyang pinipilit, binibigyang halaga niya ang kakayahan ng kanyang mga kakampi. And Coach Leo also added na malaking bagay that they beat Ginebra in assists 25-16, telling them that their defensive schemes are effective and the Beermen are playing as a unit, not just depending on Abay na ayaw na naman daw masyadong bigyang pansin ang kanyang iniinda on both shoulders na nagsimula pa daw nung quarterfinals kontra NLEX, because as we have seen since then, he was still able to do Junmar things. Mag-go, Coach RG.
Alam mo, isa sa mga main focus niyan na San Miguel sa depensa, mapigilan or at least malimit lang yung main point guard off the bench din naman para sa Barangay Ginebra na si RJ Abarientos. He was scorching out through the first 2 games, pero malas ba o nagawan din ng paraan ng San Miguel yung opensa ni RJ back in Game 3?
Oh, scintillating performance in the first 2 games. 20.5 points per ball game, 43% from the field. He was really breaking down defenses. He was scoring from the outside. One-on-one against RJ Abarientos. Even from the outside, kayang-kaya niya talaga makakonekta. Na-game plan na rin nitong San Miguel kung paano ba malilimitahan itong puntos ni RJ Abarientos. Over 6 points yung kanyang kumbaga kulang sa puntos kumpara dun sa first 2 games. Only 14 on a not so good shooting from the field. 4 out of 15 for just 27%. Yes, he was able to get 5 rebounds and even his assist. Dahil hindi siya kumukonekta, wala na rin siyang makitang open teammates dahil hindi nag-adjust yung San Miguel na kailangan siyang doblehin. So as a result, hindi rin siya nakahanap ng mga open teammates.
Buti na lang para sa Barangay Ginebra, naging epektibo yung opensa ni Scotty Thompson. He went off for 17 back in Game 3, pero kulang nga.
Commendable performance para rito kay Scotty Thompson. He hit big threes, especially nung babalik sila nung 4th quarter. But just like what I mentioned earlier, the time was simply not enough for Barangay Ginebra to launch on a pricing and eventually win. They lost by 6 points in Game 3, but the numbers of Scottie Thompson, okay pa rin naman. 17 points, 6 out of 13 from the field, 9 rebounds plus 4 assists. But you still have to go back to his performance in Game 1. 22 points yan eh. That was his highest output in the series, and it was a victory for Barangay Ginebra.
Kung kay Scottie Thompson, okay yung mga naging numero. Si Stephen Holt, kulang na kulang para dito kina Coach Tim Cone. Game 1, solid. Game 2, nag-18, pero Game 3, kita mo naman, less than 20% shooting yun.
Walang problema sa puntos eh. Nung Game 2 na 18 points, tapos isang mintis lamang from the field was perfect from the 3-point area. Not to mention, he was able to dish off 5 assists. But the 6 points, napakakulang yan. Dahil yung nabanggit natin kanina, namuong problema sa opensa itong Barangay Ginebra, especially in their last 2 losses. Only 84.5 points per ball game. They need mileage dito galing kay Holt for them to have a chance to tie the series here in Game 4.
For more on Barangay Ginebra San Miguel, balikan natin si Bel.
In the eyes of Coach Tim, they weren't able to control Junmar in Game 3 because he still came out with 19 rebounds. At mabilis niyang na-identify kung nasaan ang kanyang mga kakampi, killing Ginebra with their 56 bench points. Another source of frustration, according to Coach Richard, was being limited to just 16 assists, a reflection of their bad decision-making and how they need to keep the ball moving to give themselves a shot tonight. Isa rin sa pinapahalagahan ng barangay ngayon kung paano nila makakuha ang kanilang bench production, just like the spark they got from guys like Nards Pinto in the third quarter because of how the Beermen's defending RJ Aparientos and limiting his overall efficiency. Balik na muna sa inyo.
So ito na po, halos handa ng lahat sa loob ng Mall of Asia Arena. Makakatabla ba ang Barangay Ginebra, or will the San Miguel Beermen get on the hill and get a chance to defend their Philippine Cup? This is Game 4 ng ating Philippine Cup Semifinals live on RPTV. Here we go.
Good afternoon mga ka-PBA, and welcome to the PBA Philippine Cup. This is our first semifinal matchup, and it's time to meet the starters of both teams. First, from your San Miguel Beermen. Starting at guard from La Paz, Leyte, number 6, Chris Ross. At guard is a 5-time mythical team member from Bautista, Pangasinan, number 77, the Predator, CJ Perez. At forward is the Beermen's second-best local rebounder last season with 5.5 a game from Tabaco, Albay, number 91, Rodney Brandial. At forward is an 11-time PBA champion from Ilocos Sur, number 13, Super Marshall Lassiter. And at center is a record 12-time best player of the conference from Pinamungahan, Cebu, number 15, the Kraken, Junmar Fajardo. Head coach of the Beermen is Leo Austria. And now let's meet the starters for your Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. At center is a 9-time All-Star from Sasmuan, Pampanga, number 25, Japet Aguilar. At forward is a 4-time All-Star from Cagayan Valley, number 1, Troy Rosario. Also at forward is the number 1 overall pick in the PBA 48th season draft from Angeles City, Pampanga, number 14, Stephen Holt. At guard is the number 3 scorer among all rookies last season with 12.7 points per game from Naga City, number 4, RJ Abarientos. And also at guard is a 2-time finals MVP from Davao del Sur, number 9, Scottie Thompson. Head coach of Barangay Ginebra is Tim Cone. Game officials are Romel Gruta,
Referees natin, Romel Gruta, Bing Oliva, Marty Montoya, and Sherwill Solon. The starters haven't introduced Coach RG. The 2-1 San Miguel Beermen starting with the same unit. Pero sa kabila, Coach Tim Cone throwing a monkey wrench in it. RJ Abarientos now starting in lieu of Jeremiah Gray.
Kinakailangan nila yung puntos kaagad para hindi na sila humabol. Ito yung starting lineup, nabanggit mo na kanina. Pero more than anything, nakita ng Barangay Ginebra na napakahirap humabol. Kinapos sila ng Game 3, kaya ngayon strong start kaagad sila dito sa umpisa ng Game 4.
Japet versus Junmar. It is Aguilar who wins the tip. Yung dalawang talagang magkapatid sa gilas na yan, umpisa pa lang hinahaplos na ni Junmar yung mukha ni Japet, trying to throw him off his concentration. Pero nanaig pa rin naman. Ito si Aguilar. Abarientos in his first start in the semis. Japet to Troy. Takes it back out. Japet from the elbow. That's a good start.
Good ball movement for Barangay Ginebra. Only 16 assists in Game 3. Now you see a lot of movements, a lot of extra passes. Japet Aguilar knocking one down to start this game.
The Beermen with their playing assistant coach Chris Ross. Gives it up papunta kay CJ. 3-ball ni Perez. Di umabra. Junmar with his first rebound. And put back is good.
Very difficult really to put a body in front of Junmar Fajardo. But even if it is hard, Japet Aguilar must be able to do that. Contain him especially off the glass.
Sipi mo, 65 rebounds through the first 3 games. Itong si Abay for this series. Wala pa isang minuto, may rebound at puntos na kagad as Scotty gets the layup to stick.
It is very important that Japet can shoot his shots from the perimeter consistently para lumabas din si Junmar Fajardo sa depensa. Kaya wide open doon si Scott.
Inside. 3-second violation. Itong si Abay.
Tinamaan sa ulo ng bahagya itong si Junmar Fajardo. Hindi naman sinasadya.
Kita natin pagkaka-aray niya, no? Sa pool, eh.
Tsaka napahinto siya, eh. Nakita niya sino ba? Tamama sa akin. Nakita niya si Japet. Okay na. Kaibigan ko. Hindi naman dirty player yan.
Tapikan ka agad. Pero naisan mo ko. Kaibigan na, pero mamaya may hindi din ako sadya. Pwede ba yun? Coach RG, in a series like this, you've been through so many wars. Nakita natin, may paunang adjustment na si Coach Tim. As Scotty hits the 3, nagpalit na starting unit. Yan yung mga small tweaks na kinakailangan sa isang series.
Dream start to para sa Barangay Ginebra. Exactly how they envisioned it. 7 points for them early in the ball game. Only 2 for San Miguel.
Perez tries again. This time, kumagat na yung kanyang 3.
1 out of 2 from 3. Finally, hitting the bottom of the net. First 3 points in the ball game for CJ.
Talaking bagay niyan because here in the semis, Perez is shooting less than 12% from that 3-point line. He was 2 of 17 sa unang 3 laro. Ngayon, 1 of 2 siya. Offensive foul ang napito dito.
It will be called against Troy Rosario. His first personal foul and first forced turnover. Critical number for Barangay Ginebra was the way they turned the ball over in the previous game. 7 total.
3-point shot na to, hatid sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Let me say that again. 17 total turnovers for Barangay Ginebra, 16 assists. So mas marami pa yung turnovers nila kumpara sa kanilang assists.
Scramble for the ball. Stays with the red shirts. Pero hindi natanganan ni Brondial yung interior pass. Thompson will get it back from Holt. Rosario trying to anchor that triangle. They go the other way. Lumusot kay Japet yung pasan niyo.
Frustrating execution in the last 2 possessions for Barangay Ginebra. 2 straight turnovers. Very unhappy ron si Coach Tim Cone because if you are up against San Miguel, what you want is value every possession. Work on execution. You don't want to turn the ball over. Napakahirap yan against a quality team like SMB.
Junmar will go across. Ross for 3. Punches it through.
And I can just see the excitement on the face of Coach Leo Austria. Why? 0 out of 16 in the first 3 games from Rainbow Country was Chris Ross's first 3-point shot made here in this series.
And that'll give San Miguel the lead 8-7. Troy down low. Brondial bracing himself. Troy off the pivot. Will pull up. Rosario will miss. Scotty taps it over to RJ.
Such a good timing. And also unselfish play by Scotty Thompson. He could not get the ball. The next best thing was to tap it to his open teammate.
CJ again! Back-to-back threes para dito kay Perez.
So, mahirap sa San Miguel eh. Maski masama yung porsyento ng kanilang mga manlalaro sa 3, may green light to shoot pa rin. Case in point, Ross. Pati ito si CJ Perez, 2 3 na sa laban natin.
Japet gustong bumawi. Puts it on the deck. RJ, 5 to shoot. Could not shake off Ross. They go to Scotty. Fly by 3. Ganda ng pawian, Coach Archie.
And it's Scotty Thompson in his usual element. So focused in today's ball game. 2 threes and a total of 8 points for Scotty.
All of a sudden, we got a seesaw battle in this opening frame. Lamang na naman ng Ginebra, 12-11. Junmar gets it deep. Niluwa lang. Ito na si Scotty. Thompson to the corner. Holt gets it back to Scotty. Troy gets the clear out. They go to RJ. Brondial trying to keep in step. Jacket is open. Bothered by CJ. Holt powers up. Wala pa rin.
Grabbing effort ni Scotty, no? Just trying to keep the ball alive.
Ross for 3. Punches it through.
Oh, this is bad news for Barangay Ginebra. Chris Ross shooting from the outside. 2 out of 2 so far for the veteran Chris Ross.
Playoff Ross is definitely back.
That's true.
4 na game o 3 game mahigit inantay ng SMB yan. Ngayon, first quarter pa lang. Nagpapaga na ang kanyang mga kamay. Scotty got the drop on CJ.
Quick move by Scotty Thompson. And he knows that they have to score probably near 100 for them to have a chance against San Miguel. 99 in game 1, only 84.5 in the last 2 games.
10 of the 14 points ng Ginebra, courtesy of Scotty. CJ Perez on the other hand, nag-init na rin ang kanyang mga kamay.
Unbelievable shooting from CJ Perez. I just had to say it again for the benefit of our late tuners. 2 out of 17 in the first 3 games for CJ from downtown. Now, 3 threes in the first quarter.
Nagminti sa una, pero 3 sunod na. CJ again! Di na umubra sa pagkakataon na yan. 3 abante ng SMB, 17-14. Under 6 remaining sa ating opening quarter. Susunod na dead ball. Mandatory timeout tayo. As RJ will miss the flip. Ross in a rush. Stop and pop 3. Bam!
And he is just looking at his bench right now. And look at the happiness of the entire San Miguel bench. Chris Ross. Parang parang target shooting ang nangyayari rito kay Ross. 3 dikit na 3.
6 na ang abante rito ng San Miguel. Ginebra looking for a way to keep in step with this offensive juggernaut in the defending champs. They go up top to Japet. Huli. Natumulak siya kontra kay Ross. That'll send us into this first stoppage, Coach RG. What action, what pace!
An incredible 3-point shooting by San Miguel, and that is why they're enjoying a 6-point advantage.
Napakaraming tres ng pinakalat dito ni Ross, ni Perez, and the rest of SMB. Yung tres na yan, hatid pa rin sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Show out. Play like we're supposed to. Hey, we're shooting the 3 well right there. All right?
The San Miguel Beermen shooting 6 of 9 from the 3-point line. 3 galing kay Perez, 3 galing kay Ross. Lamang sila dito by 6, 20-14. Kinailangan ng Ginebra itong mandatory na to.
Kinakailangan para lang makapag-adjust ng kanilang depensa. And I do not blame them. You look at the stat sheet in the first 3 games. That's the shot that you will allow San Miguel to take. Why? Because they were just 15 out of 75 from deep. That is just a very low 20% from downtown. But the adjustment, very obvious for the guards of San Miguel. Chris Ross, 3 3-pointers already. CJ Perez also with 3 threes. Total, banggitin ko lang ulit, 6 out of 9 from downtown for close to 67% from deep.
you see Scotty going under that Junmar pick.
That is the kind of defense, especially because mas takot ka dun sa penetration ni CJ Perez. Ganun talaga yung depensa dahil mas gusto mo nang tumira sa labas kaysa mag-penetrate dahil mas mataas yung kanyang porsyento. But what can you do? 3 out of 6 so far or 50%. Mas marami na nga yung tres niya sa first quarter pa lang kumpara mo sa unang 3 laro ng San Miguel na 2 lang.
Coach RG, if you played by the numbers, as CJ steps beyond again. First 3 games, Coach RG, 20% shooting ng San Miguel from the 3-point line. Pero pag ganitong tumama na, kailangan may quick adjustment.
Dumikit ka lang ng konti, lalong-lalo na naka-4 na itong si CJ Perez. Nanonood ng film itong mga players na to. Nakita siguro nila yung depensa ng Barangay Ginebra medyo nakasag. So yun lang ang binibigay nila kung ano yung binibigay ng depensa. Ito matama.
CJ this time with the penetration and the drop. Prodio blocked by Troy. Junmar keeps it on that side. Bumol fake pa. Ito si Abay. Ross again! Nagmintis this time.
First miss for Chris Ross.
Nagsimula tayo 7-2, ano? Mula nun, 7 points na lang nadagdag ng Ginebra. 21 naman para sa SMB.
Napakatindi nitong scoring surge nitong San Miguel.
Rondial! Parang ayaw pang i-clean up eh.
And those are the things that will frustrate the coach. Dahil you were able to force a first miss, but you were not able to get the defensive rebound. And as a result, another 2 points.
Junmar with a steal, Coach.
Turnover once again, partner.
Ross on the move. Ross with a left. San Miguel running away with this.
And no other recourse for Coach Tim Cone but to burn another timeout just to stop the momentum by San Miguel. A 30-second variety for Barangay Ginebra because they're down by 13, the biggest here in Game 4.
Silipin natin yung steal ulit ng ating 9-time MVP. Defensive stop brought to us by Pioneer Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong, anumang panahon. When you get your big man getting stops from the perimeter, not even sa loob, talaga namang all systems go ka, di ba?
Tsaka yung anticipated yung mga passing lanes nitong Barangay Ginebra. And this guy is simply unconscious in tonight's ball game. Chris Ross, 0 out of 16 in the first 3 games from downtown, but now 3 3-pointers. And you know that San Miguel is very hard to stop if the machine is going. They were the best scoring unit in 11 games during the elimination round. Close to 109 points per ball game. They were limited to just 90 in game 1. Pero ngayon, from the looks of the way it's being played right now, 27, no? Meron pang 3 and 30 natitira sa first quarter. Ang taas ng numero.
Nagkapalitan na ng tao. It is Jericho Cruz, not Rosales, now on the floor. Sa kabila naman, sina Torres at David ay pumasok na para sa Ginebra.
And the struggle is real for Barangay Ginebra. Even ATO or after timeout play, they were not able to generate a basket. Coach Tim trying to be as positive as possible. Pero itong San Miguel, talagang napakainit dito sa panimula ng ating quarter.
This is Game 4 of the San Miguel Ginebra Semis Showdown. Sa huddle ng barangay, Coach Tim encouraged them to keep staying home on defense and sticking closely to their man amid San Miguel's incredible outside shooting. In his words, SMB's outside shooting will eventually dry up, but we can't allow them to make those tough shots because we lag on defense while we miss the easy ones. Gentlemen.
hindi nga pwedeng antayin mo lang, You just can't wait for the averages to catch up. Yan, Coach Sim. It will eventually dry up, pero habang tumatama, guluhin nyo naman yung mga tira.
Ibang klase talaga yung napakainit na tira. At tumama ganyan talaga dito sa basketball. At some point, you have to pick your poison. You want to defend Junmar Fajardo down low. That means the shooters will have open access from the outside. But when they start shooting accurately, you have to adjust your defense. Yun ang tinatry ng Barangay Ginebra na gawin. Pero so far, San Miguel with 27 points, Barangay Ginebra, after leading in the first few minutes 7-2. Ngayon, 27-14. So, 7 lang ang nadagdag sa kanila. Tapos, 25 naman para rito sa kanilang kalaban. Hindi kaya ni Dom yung ganung arithmetic.
Hindi, kahit pati daliri sa paa gamitin nun, hindi naaabot. Ross will stay on para dito sa San Miguel. Motao 2 on now part of 5 as well as Don Troliano. Coming off that 33-point game, he gets the shooter's bounce.
Well, when it rains, it pours. That is the kind of shooting that San Miguel is displaying here in the first quarter of Game 4.
They're on their way to their highest scoring quarter of the series. If we're not mistaken, yung 31 in Game 2 yung highest scoring quarter nila. 30 na to, 2.5 minuto mahigit pa.
Badly needed three-pointer by Scotty Thompson.
Ross again. Dude scored 8 points in the first 3 games, Coach RG. But Chris Ross now with 14.
It's just unbelievable. And look at the way he's playing defense, trying to deflect that pass. But Ginebra with 10 seconds to manufacture a basket.
Torres from deep punches it through.
Oh, the important thing for Barangay Ginebra is not to be behind by a big margin. Dapat makadikit lang sila rito. Their goal should be at the end of 12 minutes. Dapat at least mga 8 to 9 points lang yung kanilang kailangan habulin.
Ralph Gu, ipapasok na ni Coach Tim as we take another look at this Torres 3. Atid pa rin sa atin ng Arena Plus Sportsbook.
Very slow yung rotation ng San Miguel doon. Pero speaking of being slow, yun din ang nangyayari rito sa depensa ng Barangay Ginebra. And as a result, nakakaporma na itong si Chris Ross. Pag nakuha niya yung bola, alam niyang medyo, kumbaga, delayed yung close out ng kanyang mga bantay.
Yung San Miguel, napalitan na yung buong starting unit, Coach RG. Sa kabila naman, Scotty stays on para sa Ginebra. Bakit nga naman hindi? Siya talagang nagpupumilit lumaban dito. He's got 13. Torres trying to go to that early offense. Forced to kick it back out. David will slash. Up and under. Nice move by Jason.
And that is very beautiful. The first 2 points dito kay Jason David. Up against Motao Tuo's defense.
Chongson. Nakita si Troliano. Pull-up jumper. Don could not deliver. Scotty with a board. Torres hit a 3 from the right, this time from the left. Pinasa kay David. Here's Jason again. 2 shots parating para kay David.
Better ball movement. Medyo sure itong Barangay Ginebra dun sa kanilang execution. Flow is a lot better in the last 2 possessions for them. And David is on an attack mode, trying to make sure that baga madadagdagan itong puntos ng kanyang kupunan. 6.7 points per ball game. Ano rin talaga to, magic bunot rin ito ni Coach Tim Cohn, and he knocks down his first free throw.
He will stay perfect from the line in the semifinal round. David now 5 for 5 for the series, 1 for 1 for the game. Gets the bounce again.
Ang hirap nun, ano? Halos parehong bounce ng bola, pero parehong pasok. 2 out of 2 on that trip for David.
That'll keep Ginebra within 9, 33-24. Nagigising na ang opensa ng Ginebra, but can they come up with stops? Troliano looking around, he gets it over to Jericho. J. Cruz will attack Gu, back over to Don. Atras abante para kay Troliano. Kanya rin yung board, pero hindi tumama sa ring. Naputokan sila ng 24.
3 straight stops for Barangay Ginebra. This is what they have to do when Junmar Fajardo is on the bench. No CJ Perez. Kailangan yung mga minutong yun, up sila. Dahil napakahirap pag yung bench ng San Miguel, matalo ka rin pagdating sa production.
David gets it up to Ku. Ralph puts it on the deck. Trying to hand it off. Play broken up. Here comes Jericho on the run. Cruz trying to go reverse, bothered by the defense of Koo. David taken away by Jericho. Here comes San Miguel again. Jericho gets the basket. May kasama bang foul?
Jericho Cruz anticipating the pass, was able to get that ball, and on his way for a possible layup, he did not take that. Instead, he stops and he was able to go for a floater. Meron pang bonus yan dahil na-foul siya pagkatapos ng kanyang tira.
Kanina kasi sinubukan yung reverse, di umubre. Dito na, harap-harapan na.
May takam factor din doon si Ralph Cruz. Siya rin kasi yung nag-turnover doon sa kanilang possession earlier. Kaya ngayon, ito na nga, 36 points for San Miguel. First quarter pa lamang tayo. May natitira pa ng bahagyang oras.
36-24. Last shot time na nga para dito sa Ginebra. Scotty's played every single second so far. Scotty tied up. Ends up with the vid. Nakita si Koo. That's going to be a goaltend.
Whatever they can generate, very positive for Barangay Ginebra. But they're still down by 10. They have to do a better job defending against the three-point shooters of San Miguel. This is by far the best quarter for the Beermen.
Grabe. Yung mga pinakawalang tres ng San Miguel Beer first quarter ng Game 4, their best scoring quarter of the series so far. They were definitely on fire, Coach RG. At yung dalawa sa pinakamalas nung first 3 games, sila ang sumunog ng mga net dito sa MOA.
Oh, they were just burning in the first quarter. We're talking about the total output of CJ Perez from the three-point area, 4 out of 7. That is over 50%. What about Chris Ross? And I am just so amazed as to how he can just click it on. 0 out of 16, first 3 games. And in the first quarter alone, look at his numbers. You will be surprised. 4 threes out of 5 shots.
And of course, this is really a hard game for us and difficult to beat Ginebra. That is because that is a very organized team, but the teams want to win it. You can see it naman even though Junmar is hindi 100% because of the shoulder, he got it during the first 2 games. There's a lot of players na want to get him out, and I'm so happy with the team because everybody's supporting each other.
Tuwing magtatapat naman talaga sa isang playoff series ang Barangay Ginebra at ang San Miguel Beermen, fireworks are always in the offing. Tanda natin, last conference lang last season in the Philippine Cup as well, Coach RG. These 2 teams took it out for 7 games.
Kaya marami talaga na-anticipate ng good basketball series bakit ang dalawang kupunan ang naglalaban. Pero so far, outplayed talaga nitong San Miguel. Itong kanilang kalaban, especially in the first 12 minutes. So good stop. They should count the stops. We're talking about Barangay Ginebra. It should never happen na bibitaw na naman ng 36 points itong kanilang kalaban. First 3-point shot missed by Ralph Koo at the start of the second.
Ang San Miguel lumamang na po yan ang hanggang 16 sa ngayon. 10 ang kanilang abante. Kahilig from deep. Di umubra. Kasama niya sina Cruz, Johnson, Trollano, and Tautua. Ang 5 naman ng Ginebra. Thompson, Pinto na nagpakawala. Andiyan din sila Torres, Koo, and David.
Mga kinakailangan tumulong lalong-lalo na pagdating sa puntos itong si Pinto nakashoot ang kanyang unang tres.
Pang-5 tres yan for the game para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. They are 5 of 7. Haven't put up too many, pero very efficient naman. Kahilig sumubok ulit.
Ito mga tama Tinitingnan ko nga yung reaction, pati ni Assistant Coach Richard Del Rosario Parang talagang, ano magagawa mo pa? Naka-challenge naman, naka-close out long naman. Pumapasok talaga.
Scotty tries a 3. Big shot after big shot dito sa PBA semis.
And the fundamental question is, where would they be without Scotty Thompson's offense? 16 total points for Scotty Thompson, 13 happening in the first quarter.
Jericho lines it up, alam niyang mintis. Rebound Thompson, tumatakbo si Pinto. David ahead, Pinto, sinagasaan. Etong si Kahilig, scoop ni Scotty, hindi umubra. It is going to be Wami who gets it across.
No, Scotty Thompson is just doing his best, just trying to make this more decent. We're talking about the lead of San Miguel.
Trollano in traffic, nope. Trollano diving for it. San Miguel will keep it on that side. Nice touch pass to Don. Pero naunahan sila ni Scotty. Here comes David. Cool. Extra pass to Scotty. Binagsak pa kay Norbert.
And
we have got a 5-point game.
And Scotty Thompson doing everything for Barangay Ginebra. It's now the turn of Coach Leo Austria to call his timeout.
Barangay Ginebra down by as many as 16, clawing their way back now to within 5. And it has been Scotty making things happen para kina Coach Tim. Sabi nga ni Coach RG, sina Coach Leo Austria naman magta-timeout ngayon. Ibabalik na kaya mga starters. Alamin natin sa aming pagbabalik. Barangay Ginebra outscoring San Miguel 8-3 early in the second frame. Kaya naman naibaba nila sa 5 ang kailangan nilang punuin. Looks like Junmar Fajardo will be making his way back into this game.
They have to make the adjustment dahil unti-unting nakakabalik itong Barangay Ginebra. But the storyline for Barangay Ginebra here in the early part of this game is Scotty Thompson, 16 points. Perfect from 3, that is 4 out of 4. 5 rebounds and 4 assists. Ang problema, yun na nga, hapo na, napagod na, kaya pinagpahinga muna ni Coach Tim Cohn. The others really have to step up.
He played the first 14 minutes and 21 seconds of this game. Tignan natin how long Ginebra can afford to have him sit. And as we mentioned, si Junmar na ibalik na ni Coach Leo. At nag-iiba yung dynamic ng in and out game. Basta nandiyan. Itong si Junmar Fajardo
is just so willing to make the extra pass, especially if it is clogged. But the problem once again is his offensive rebound. That gave them multiple opportunities to score, and finally Jericho nailing a floater.
Well, 23, 23, and 19 his rebounding totals through the first 3 games. Diba?
Parang cheat mode eh. Diba? Pwede pala yun. Tsaka hindi mo masasabing hindi giname plan.
No.
Diba? Talagang pinag-aaralan yan. Eh, malakas lang talaga.
At this point, meron kay kwento sa atin si Miss Bell.
After allowing SMB 36 points at the first quarter, Coach Tim knew better than to add fuel to the fire, pointing out that the way SMB's been shooting, they could have easily been in a 20-point deficit. Kaya kailangan daw nila to keep themselves in the game and just keep weathering the storm. Dagdag din niya that they shouldn't overhelp. And whenever SMB does something, they have to react right away. They have to keep showing initiative and offensively set better screens for each other, gentlemen.
And so far, so good para dito sa Barangay Ginebra. Japet just came up with his 4th point last time down. He looks to go pick and roll now with David. Jason Nasua Lisiku. Nice reverse by Ralph.
moving without the ball. Fantastic assist pass by David to the cutting Ralph, who in the lead is down to 3.
That was quick, itong comeback ng Barangay Ginebra, no? Just 4 minutes and change into the second quarter. 1 possession game na lang tayo.
And what is so promising is they're doing this while Scotty Thompson is on the bench. Look at the movements from the weak side. Ralph Koo usually will just shoot and wait for the ball from the three-point area, but he saw the defense not looking at him and he made the defender pay.
Lahat nakatingin kay Japet eh. Akala yung slide niya yung papasahan.
Good assist number for Barangay.
David took it away from Perez. Oh! But he could not hang on to it. And the San Miguel fans inside the building letting Jason David know. Pareho silang frustrated. Si David asar sa sarili, hindi nakalayap. Si Perez asar din, nananakawan dyan. Ganun-ganun lang.
Pero sayang talaga ito eh. Ayun, no?
Cookies and cream na ni Snoop Dogg yun eh.
Delikado rin sa Shakti na full yan.
Yan. Jericho loses it. RJ picks it up. David trying to make up for it. They go to Koo. RJ off the secondary. Down to go to the defense.
And
we have got a 1-point game.
And the way you reward yourself by playing tough defense, get it also on the other side by scoring brilliant 2 sequences by RJ Barrientos.
Ross trying to silence the crowd. No. Jericho. Ayaw pa rin. Jericho on the third serving is fouled.
And that has been the story of the ball game. Not just the three-point shooting of San Miguel in the first quarter. It has effectively abandoned them in the second. But the way they're controlling the glass, very important. Multiple possessions for the Beermen, but they're only protecting a 1-point lead.
After this first free throw, makikita natin ang pagbabalik ni Marshall Lassiter at ang pagpasok for the first time ni Jeron Teng. Jericho misses the first. Si Marshall lang ang makakabalik dahil si Jericho ang papalitan ni Jeron. Tama ba? Yun na nga.
Superb second quarter for Barangay Ginebra, outscoring the Beermen 14-5. And hearing it from the crowd, itong si Jericho Cruz. But making a second free throw. Lead goes up to 2 once again for San Miguel.
Pinto in that backcourt together with Barrientos. They go to RJ, quick trigger. Bang! Ginebra has taken back the lead.
The momentum has shifted. They like what they're doing, not just offensively, but the way they're making multiple stops. And another stop.
They suffocate Junmar inside. RJ thought about the stop and pop. Pinto will get it to Koo. What a fight back!
And you just gotta laugh that move of Pinto. He had a wide open lane, easy for him to take that floater, but instead, he opted to make the extra pass to Ralph Koo, and Ralph Koo did not disappoint.
Barangay Ginebra down by as many as 16. Now will lead by 4. What a fight back para kina Coach Tim. 3-point shot na to, hatid pa rin sa atin ang Arena Plus Sportsbook. First it was RJ, and then it was Koo.
That is why you really endear yourself to this kind of a never-say-die spirit. Weather the storm. That was the message of Coach Tim Cone. In the second quarter, it's a totally different situation. They're making a lot of stops. They guarded the white line from the three-point area and also from the four-point line. And offensively, they're making the right decisions. Fantastic extra passes. Now their assist number is definitely higher than San Miguel.
Character check time to para sa San Miguel Beermen. They have their veterans, Chris Ross, Marshall Lassiter, and CJ Perez there, flanking si Junmar Fardo. And then yung bayani nung game 2 na si Jeron Teng ay nakapasok na nga officially.
You know, the most important aspect, partner, para dito sa uprising ng Ginebra is they're doing it while Scotty is on the bench. So nakakapahinga si Scotty.
Ross for 3. And that three-point shot, as Coach RG mentioned, has abandoned San Miguel dito sa second.
Just totally different. They were just scorching. 9 out of 13 in the first quarter for a very hot shooting from the three-point area. Pero ngayon, hirap na hirap talaga sila maka-score sa tres.
They've only got one three-pointer in the second quarter so far. As a three-point play opportunity is coming up para kay CJ. That was a much-needed hit.
And that is why it is just so challenging to go up against San Miguel and to prepare a defensive scheme. Because like CJ Perez, they were so concerned about his three-point shooting, and now they have to defend his penetration off a ball screen.
Perez completes the three-point play. San Miguel back within one. Koo being harassed here by Tang. Ralph Koo with a perfect pivot there. Pinto trying to survey. Fort to shoot. Pinto's got to make it happen. They go across. Stolen by Ross. He's in a foot race with Abarientos. Ross all the way. San Miguel is back in business.
And the effectivity of their offense in the early part of the second quarter was brought about by their ability to execute their offense. Turn the ball over, you allow San Miguel to score easy baskets.
Ross now with 16 points. Uh-oh. Bodies on the floor. Japet. Nagkabanggaan sila dito ni Junmar. And then he ended up taking out Tang. Nagkarambola doon, Coach RG.
Nagkabanggaan doon. But look at the concern of the JMF. Talagang concerned na concerned siya nung bumagsak itong si Japet. And now it's even JMF who helped out Japet Aguilar. He should be okay. He's just shaking it off. Parang na-ator ni Charlie Horsia ng bahagya. Yun ang kanyang hinahawakan. Ayun, no? Ayun.
Kay Jeron siya bumangga pala talaga to begin with. Jeron Tang tried his best na hindi tumama yung tuhod niya sa ulo ni Japet, pero kumiskis na nung pababain.
Pero at least wala sa criteria ng flagrant fouls. It was not unnecessary. And
umiiwas din eh.
Tama,
naman eh.
Correct.
47-46, San Miguel by 1. RJ trying to break free of CJ. Abarientos with some daylight. Short. Koo keeps it on that side. Ginebra will reset. Under 5 remaining sa ating first half. 6 to shoot. Japet looking for his gunners. That's going to be a foul on Ross.
Sinuwerte ng bahagya si Japet ron dahil napakalayo pa niya sa kanyang operating space. 3 segundo lang natitira. Wala pa siyang mapuntahan. Pero natawagan nga ng foul itong si Chris.
Rosario is back on para sa mga nakaputi. Pahinga muna si Koo. Kami rin ni Coach RG, pahinga ng bahagya dahil si Miss Bell ang magkikwento sa atin.
Pagkatapos ng uprising ng Ginebra, Coach Leo didn't even bother pulling out his board to draw up schemes in their last huddle. He kept it simple. Ang problema natin, transition defense. Kapag di daw nila nagagawa yung gusto nila offensively, the more that they have to exert effort on the other side. Gentlemen.
Yung depensa ng problema sila ron dahil nga tumama yung tres, tapos nag-turnover sila, may mga fast break attack itong Ginebra, tapos nandami ng problema pagdating sa execution ng San Miguel. But so far, medyo nag-stabilize na ulit itong San Miguel. They were able to grab the upper hand once again. They're up by 1 point. But good thing, I've mentioned this earlier, nung nakabalik ng gusto talaga itong Ginebra, they were able to lead yung momentary minutes na iyon, nakapahingi si Scotty. E ngayon si Scotty babalik na medyo presko ng bahagya.
That's a nice 5-minute rest, ano?
Tama, importante yun eh. Dahil it was just Scotty who was doing a lot of heavy lifting.
Na-technical dito si Pinto. For using profane language. And San Miguel will assign Marshall Lassiter, who is scoreless so far, to take the technical free throw.
Pangumpiyanse yung mga ganito, pero nagmintis ng free throw. Itong si Marshall Lassiter. Natawagan nga ng technical si Nards Pinto, pero very productive yung naging minuto ni Nards doon.
They go into the front court dahil doon sa pressure defense. What A design play para sa San Miguel. Marcio touching it over to CJ. And then si Junmar ang naglinis noon.
Pang-apat na puntos pa lamang para rito kay JMF. Pero important for them to get another 3-point advantage.
Ang saya ng mga coach pagka yung mga ganong alam mong ini-ensayong play na i-execute.
Ay, malaking bagay yan. Papakita sa viewing yan the following day. Kita nyo na, makinig lang kayo.
Japet inside, will glide in.
Another good extra pass. Always nice to see Japet Aguilar score easy baskets.
Perez kept the pivot down. Tira niya wala, but Junmar is there. Junmar fakes the pass. Junmar takes it straight. Junmar still with it. Wala pa rin.
Montik Larry Bird. Yung fake pass si Junmar Fajardo na yun. Nalito na ng bahagya si Japet Aguilar doon. Pero hindi lang nakakonekta itong San Miguel. Natawagan pa ng loose ball foul itong koponan ng San Miguel. So unproductive thrust that time for the red shirts. Let's look at it once again. Junmar Kuyog ang nangyari ron. Ayan ang natawag doon. Bahagyang push from behind itong si CJ.
Abarientos picked up by Junmar. Abarientos still with it. CJ there with him. Na-turnover na ng tuluyan ng Ginebra.
Better defense displayed that time by San Miguel. Forcing another TO. Walang makitang passing lanes doon si RJ Abarientos.
Cheron is back on the bench. Rodney Brondial ang binalik ni Coach Leo. So San Miguel is back to that starting unit. Marshall wants to attack the defense of Abarientos. Marshall for three. Doesn't work. Rebound Troy. Pitches it over. Holt against Brondial. Holt almost lost control. Japet goes up. 2 shots parating para kay Aguilar.
You can just see the tempo of Barangay Ginebra. What they want is force a turnover or a bad shot, especially from the outside, because it is tantamount to a long rebound. And they're just speeding off, just using their quickness. And why do they want that? They want to score before the defense of JMF is actually doing his coverage inside the paint.
Maraming ang nakakalimot nun, na hindi lang malaki sa depensa. Etong si Junmar, as we take a look at the numbers from Japet Aguilar as compared to the first two. Dun sa huli natin siya nakita. 14 and 8, descent na yan.
Hindi masama yan at slowly but surely, yun din ang inaasahan dito kay Japet Aguilar. Ramdaman naman natin ang hirap sa pagdidepensa dito kay Junmar. Hirap na hirap talaga si Japet. But one way to slow down Junmar is try to score off him. So he is also forced to play defense. Mapagod lang ang bahagya.
9-time MVP, we all know that. Pero 8-time all-defensive team din yung si Abay. Diba? Hindi lang puro offensive. Complete package yan.
Wala nang magiging abay sa mga susunod na generasyon.
Brondial trying to clean this up. Junmar will guide it over to Trollano. Ross keeps it in control. CJ takes back to Ross. 3-ball. No! Junmar with rebound number 9. Thwarted at the end. Here comes Ginebra. Scotty. And Ross is saying tinulak daw siya from behind. There was definitely contact from Ross to Scotty, but was he bumped? Yun ang tanong.
And they are going to challenge that call. Sloppy sequence on offense by San Miguel. Credit a tough stance on defense by Barangay Ginebra. But what they're gonna review right now, our referees, kung foul ba talaga si Chris Ross o tinulak siya ni Troy Rosario kaya siya bumangga dun sa nagpe-penetrate.
And Ross is giving the Ginebra bench a piece of his mind right now, Coach RG.
And that is part of the beauty of this series.
As long as it's in check, emotions we expect it to run high.
That's correct. Very pure, alam naman natin, itong mga emosyon ni Chris Ross. At ganun din, itong never say die spirit ng Barangay Ginebra.
Chris Ross moved forward before the illegal contact occurred. Therefore, the challenge of San Miguel Beermen is not successful. It's a blocking foul.
Here it is, Coach RG.
And after review, you can see it. Yes, that was how it was deemed. It was the momentum of Chris Ross that fouled the driving Scotty Thompson.
Now, they're not calling a foul on the other side. They're calling, okay? So just be careful, guys. Okay, but we have to fight back. Okay? Tingnan natin. Dadali natin sa loob at wala pang foul. So, we will comply, okay?
We were very aware that they were the #1 team in bench points, and so we challenged our guys that we had to come out. And I thought they did a really good job of keeping the energy. We went down by 8 points, and it was really the second group, Jason and RJ, who brought us back into the game and got us a lead. So, and Ralph Koo, hitting big shots at big moments. Those are all huge things for us.
So far, so good para kina Coach Tim. They wanted to match the bench firepower ng San Miguel. Game 3, it was all SMB. Sa ngayon, 19-12. Lamang ng 7 ang bench ng Ginebra kontra SMB.
Coach Tim Cohn was very proud of the contribution of his second unit. That was the game wherein RJ Barrientos was still coming off the bench. What is the difference maker for Barangay in this particular ball game? 3 bench players, particularly Ralph Koo, plus 12 in 9 minutes. Who else? Jason David, plus 11 in 8 minutes. And what about Nards Pinto? Plus 12 in 9 minutes. So yung 16-point advantage ng San Miguel, natulungan ng malaking bagay ng bench players ni Coach Tim Cohn. Nawala yung lamang eh.
Yun eh.
Di ba?
Scotty Thompson at the line for 2. Si Chris Ross hindi pa rin tinitigilan yung mga referee. They already lost the challenge. He already got warned for continuous complaining. And now he's finally gonna line up to try and take a rebound. Scotty missed the first one. And it's still a running dialogue between Scotty and Chris right now. Kasi hindi rin nagustuhan ni Thompson yung tama sa kanya ni Ross kanina, di ba?
Oo eh. Kasi may ano rin eh. Full speed rin si Scotty Thompson nung magle-layup siya. 50% para kay Scotty Thompson. Oh, si Aster oh. Nandun si Aster, yung anak ni Scotty.
Fajardo at the post. Junmar so far with only 4 points on 2 of 6 shooting, pero meron na siyang 11 rebound, 3 assist, and a steal.
And the way Coach Tim Cohn is actually planning his defense against San Miguel, what he wants is he just wants to really collapse inside the paint and make it miserable for Junmar to score inside.
Perez trying to shake off RJ. Step back 3. CJ with another long bomb para sa San Miguel.
That is now the biggest challenge for Barangay Ginebra. Yes, they want to sag, but what about the outside shooting of CJ Perez?
Pang-5 tresta niya yun. Tapi ka ng bola na kanino? 3 lumundag out of bounds. Sino last touch? Mukhang si Rodney ang napituan doon.
Sabi ni referee Romel Grute, tumama sa kanya. So yun na nga ang mangyayari ron. Another possession for Barangay.
Scotty prowling. Gets it to RJ. Catch and shoot. Right baseline. No. Holt with the board. And he is fouled by Trollano.
Penalty situation na itong San Miguel. So 2 gift shots will be awarded to Holt.
Pagkakataong maka-score for the first time ngayong Game 4 para kay Stephen Holt. Pinakita na natin kanina na medyo matumal yung kanyang ambag back in Game 3. First one is good para dito kay Stephen. 2 of 11 shooting from the field, including 0 for 5 from 3 for only 6 points para kay Holt 2 nights ago, Coach RG.
And then, pag ikumpara mo yan dun sa kanyang numero nung game 2, hindi nagminti sa 3 yan. So what he needs to do is to be consistent. What we know as part of the overall, kumbaga, contribution of Holt, alam natin, defense is always a constant. But for Barangay Ginebra, he has to join and he has to be productive on the offensive end too.
No look pass CJ to Rodney. Inabot ng foul doon sa ilalim. Mukhang si David ang napituan dito.
Dalawang free throws din ibibigay rito kay Rodney Brundial dahil active shooting, not to mention penalty situation na rin itong Barangay Ginebra.
So with 1:37 remaining sa ating first half, it is Brundial at the line. Rodney misses the first.
Medyo struggle talaga si Rodney from the free throw line. Hirap na hirap talaga siya maging accurate doon. All throughout the conference, itong si Rodney Brundial is actually 45% only from the free throw line. That time, 50% for number 91. Idol kaya na si... Ay. Tika, ano ba? Bago ko sabihin, idol kaya ni Rodney Brundial si Dennis Rodman?
Pwede, no? 91 eh. Kasi nagsimula yung Rodman, number 10. Paglipat niyang may 10, nag-91. Nag-73 rin yan yun San Antonio. Basta lahat,
tama.
Papuntang G's pa rin.
Umpisa naman yung Rod. Rod.
Yun, pwede.
Rodman.
He is doing the dirty work as well as Junmar comes up with a block, but Scotty is there to clean it up.
It is important that you make Junmar Fajardo play on defense. Why? Because you will have an opportunity to get the offensive rebound on the weak side dahil kakadepensa lang ni JMM.
Ross looking at Abay. Back to Ross. Thought about the 3, drives closer, kicks it over. That'll be a 4. Di Mubra para kay Perez. Brundial doing Rodman things.
Offensive and a putback. Count another 2 points for Rodney.
5 puntos na para dito kay Brundial. Ganda nung ambag niya to go along with 4 rebounds. Holt on the move, down the gut of the defense. Holt puts it up and in.
He is not relying on his outside shot right now. He is breaking the defense, scoring on a high percentage basket.
56-55, Ginebra by 1. Junmar got away from Norbert. Trying to no-look it over to Brundial. It blows up in their face.
And that is what Barangay Ginebra's defense is trying to do. Just force them to make the extra pass. While the extra pass is happening, be quick on your rotation. Force the Beermen to turn the ball over. Whatever happens here in the next 20.7, it's a very fruitful and productive quarter for Barangay Ginebra. So far, they have outscored their opponent 30-19.
Sipin mo, 36 yung San Miguel nung quarter number 1. 30 na ngayon ang Ginebra dito sa quarter number 2. Holt for 3. Nope. Junmar taps it to Ross. And that'll do it. Barangay Ginebra clawing their way back from a 16-point deficit to take a 1-point lead into the break. Scotty Thompson spearheading, piloting that comeback. Siya ang ating Babat Player of the Half, brought to us by Devon. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babat moments with your family, only with Devon.
Triple-double watch tayo kay Scotty Thompson. 19 total points, 16 happening in the first quarter, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and perfect from Rainbow territory.
Kaya naman yung 16 puntos na hinahabol nila, nabura na. Abante ng isang Ginebra, 56-55.
Mga ka-PBA, magpapatuloy ang ating 50th season PBA Philippine Cup this coming Wednesday at the Smart Araneta Coliseum. At 5:15 p.m., it's the Meralco Malls versus the TNT Tropang 5G, followed by the Barangay Ginebra San Miguel versus the San Miguel Beermen at 7:30 p.m. PBA Solid! Mga ka-PBA, boto na para sa inyong mga paboritong PBA players to be included in our PBA 50 All-Star that'll be happening in Candon City in Ilocos Sur. Just scan the QR code that you're seeing at our Jumbotron right now or visit www.pba.ph.
What? Kasama natin ngayon si Mr. June Ang of the 7-Eleven Running Series, ang pinakamalaking running event sa Pilipinas. Sir, congratulations on 14 years. What does this mean for the whole 7-Eleven organization?
It means that, first things first, thank you very much for the invite and also for the support from day one. This means from day one, we just have one location. Now we have 3 locations, 1 gunshot. So we are simply solidifying Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao.
Sir, gaano kahalaga nga po that we have different locations all over the country?
This is very important for us as we want to give back to our kapitbahay, our kapatid, kabayan, kapuso na andito kami, na we want to bring back, give back to our community, to the running community, that we want to showcase the historical places that they have in store within their locations.
Sir, ano po ba yung mga pasabog ng 7-Eleven Run Series for our participants this year?
Yeah. We'll be introducing 711-meter body. This together with the kids and their elders all together, and all the proceeds, most of the proceeds, will be given to Field 7 Foundation, so that there would be given a project for the LGU. And also, last but not the least, the top 3 Filipino male and female runner for the 21K, 32K, and 42K who are not part of the Philippine team will be representing the country.
Sir, how about the overall experience of the participants? What can they expect this year?
Well, they can expect from 711 meters up to the 3-kilometer race to 42-kilometer race. Of course, they're gonna be getting their medals, their finishing shirt, and yung kanilang chances for them to first to taste, first to enjoy the more than 30 sampling booth and interactive activities within the area.
A lot of exciting things to look forward to, sir. Do you have a message po sa ating mga viewers?
Maraming salamat, lalong-lalo na sa TV5, One Sport, PLDT. Without you, this is kind of very hard for us to put all together, especially to our generous sponsor, our business partner, and aming mga running community, kapitbahay. Okay, so with that, I'll see you all on January 31st, 2026 to February 1. And see you in Alabang, Cebu, Davao at the finish line.
Thank you so much, Sir June Ang. At sa ating pagbabalik nga ang second half ng San Miguel Ginebra Semi Showdown.
Matapos matambakan ng hanggang 16, etong Barangay Ginebra, spearheaded by Scotty Thompson na tinapos naman ng kanilang bench, has taken the lead by 1 point here at the half sa Game 4 sa loob ng Mall of Asia Arena. Kakwentuhan pa rin natin live on RPTV, 3-time PBA champion coach Ryan Gregorio. What a turnaround in that first half.
And a case of 2 quarters. The first quarter was controlled and owned by San Miguel. Second quarter, nakabawi itong Barangay Ginebra. 36 points, allowed points by the defense of Ginebra in the first quarter to the Beermen, but only limiting them to 19. On the other hand, they had a 30-point explosion in the second quarter.
How about playing assistant coach Chris Ross first quarter pa lang? You mentioned it. First 3 games, 0 for 16 from the 3-point line. Pero dito sa Game 4, first quarter pa lang, matindi ang pinakita ni si Ross.
16 total points for Chris Ross. Talagang mabibilib ka talaga ng gusto sa kanya dahil nga maski maalat ang kanyang shooting, kitang-kita pa rin natin na yung kumpiyansa niya hindi bumababa. 4 out of 8 from deep, that is 50%. Perfect from the 2-point area. I just had to mention this. Only 2.5 points per ball game in the first 2 games. But now, 16 puntos na ang kanyang naiambag para sa kanyang koponan.
Kaya naman napakaganda na nagsisimula dito ng San Miguel Beermen. Pero in the second quarter nga, late in the first, inumpisahan ni Scotty Thompson into the first couple of minutes of the second, yung inspirasyon na binigay ng former MVP ng Ginebra, pinagpatuloy nung kanilang bench.
Tama yan, led by the 7 points of Ralph Koo. Itong si Norbert Torres was able to generate 5 points. And of course, Nards Pinto with 3 points plus 12 doon sa kanyang player efficiency. 3-point shooting, 11 of 23 for San Miguel, 47%. And look at the accuracy of Barangay Ginebra, 8 out of 14. But I go back to the numbers of San Miguel, 9 out of 13 in the first quarter, but 2 out of 10 in the second. Rebounding, San Miguel still dominating it, thanks to the control and the dominance of JMF. Assists, itong gusto ng Ginebra. They only had 16 assists in 4 quarters in Game 3. 2 quarters pa lang, meron na silang 15. Second chance points because of, again, a lot of offensive rebounds plus 6 doon yung San Miguel.
Isa pang plus ng Ginebra naman, 19-12 plus 7 sila sa bench scoring. Scotty Thompson with 19 already. CJ Perez sa kabila naman naka-18. Ross nga may 16. Ang wala dyan si Junmar, only 4 points but he's got 11 boards.
Tama yung nabanggit mong yan. And the reason why you believe in the game plan of us, Ginebra San Miguel, it is important for them not to give a lot of scoring opportunities to JMF. They're gonna bite the bullet. They are gonna weather the storm. So majority of the baskets of CJ Perez came in the first quarter a lot on 3s. Chris Ross, total of 12 points out of 16. 3 lahat yan. Ang importante sa kanila, walang high percentage shots si Junmar Fajardo.
Sa kabila, yung mga backup ni Scotty, tig 7 puntos sina Abarientos, Koo, and Japet Aguilar. Let's see what happens here in the third quarter. Mauulit ba ng San Miguel yung ganda ng simula nila o ang Barangay Ginebra mapapagpatuloy yung kanilang pagtatapos sa ating first half?
Yun ang importanteng kailangan nating matunghayan. Ano ba yung adjustments na gagawin nitong Barangay Ginebra? Because even if they're up by 1 point at the end of 24 minutes, that's 56-55. They're down in the series 2-1. They still have to, kumbaga, find ways to contain all the weapons of San Miguel. Medyo nakukontain nila si Junmar, pero yung 3-point shooters itong San Miguel, napakainit sa laban na ito. Don Troliano, not yet a factor in this game. So Ginebra is basically happy with the turn of events, especially in the second quarter.
Ginebra will parade the same starting unit from the opening tip. Sa kabila naman si Motaw Tua. Ipinasok ni Coach Leo in view of Rodney Brondial. Let's see how that adjustment works out. Ross directing traffic. They go to Junmar, but that's way away from his comfort zone. Junmar trying to get down low. Marcio drops it inside. Junmar, hinanapan talaga nila ng paraan maipasok yung bola.
Oh, that is a classic America's play. Wherein they will set a back screen for Junmar Fajardo to get to the ball side post and another down screen to free up Marcio Lassiter for a possible off-screen jumper. But hinanap nila si Junmar na makapag-seal, nakakuha naman ng foul.
Perez gets it right back from Ross. Scotty all over him. Tautua couldn't hand it back off. Marcio trying to break free, 5 to shoot. They go to Mo, napitawan. Junmar keeps it there. Ross for 3. punches it through.
19 points for Chris Ross. 5 threes, almost a botched play. Saved by that 3 of Chris Ross.
San Miguel surges back ahead 58-56. Game number 4 nga po tayo ng ating Race to 4 dito sa RPTV. Aguilar loses control. Last touch nga lang daw si Mo.
7.6 remaining to manufacture a basket for Barangay Ginebra. Look at this, almost a turnover. They found Chris Ross. Chris Ross wide open. Bottom.
3 ball na yan, hatid sa atin ang Arena Plus Sportsbook. Catch and shoot, RJ. No go. Junmar will rebound number 12.
And this is what you don't want if you're Barangay Ginebra. Another flat start for them. This is what happened to them in the first quarter.
CJ trying to measure up kontra dito kay Thompson. CJ to Mo. Hindi makasapo ng malinis dito si Tautua so far in the third quarter.
Oh, they had the right intention, particularly that pass of CJ Perez. Masama lang yung calibration ng kanyang pasa ron, kaya nag-turnover itong mga nakapula.
Anxious moments from the think tank of the San Miguel Beermen here. They want to go up 3-1 kontra sa Barangay Ginebra. To book, to try and get on the hill and book a return trip to the finals. Scotty, sabit si Abay.
First, a case of miscommunication. Nagkabanggaan yung dalawang magkakampi. Itong si CJ Perez, pati na rin si Mo Tautua. And as a result, open yung penetrating lane na yun ni Scotty Thompson. Last line defender was JMF. Hindi ininda. Walang katakot-takot. Umatake si Scotty.
Unang foul pa lang naman para kay Fajardo. Thompson though misses on the first.
Perfect from the three-point area, but now 1 out of 3 from the free throw line. 54% shooter from the line in this conference. That has to improve.
Gumanda ng konti, first 3 games, 62%. Pero kailangan nasa 70s, 80s yan.
Lalong-lalo na, nag-iba ng atake. Naging ball dominant na, di ba? Priority on offense itong si Scotty Thompson.
Oh! Ball will go to Barangay Ginebra, and Coach Leo Austria is upset there, hanging on to the ball. We might get a warning.
Ang problema kasi rito, nangyari halos sa harap ni Leo Austria at pati si CJ Perez. Hindi makapaniwala. Problema, wala na silang challenge.
Yun ang problemang malaki.
Natawag na nila kanina, unsuccessful. They don't have another one.
Thompson makes his move. Drops it off to Troy. Lalabas kay Japet. Short stab, no. Rosario slaps it out of bounds.
You know, sometimes that happens. Wide open si Japet Aguilar. Sometimes you have a tendency to baby your shot dahil nga parang practice shot lang eh. Kaya short yung tira na yon ni Japet.
Si Tony De La Cruz lang hindi nagmimintis ng ganun, eh, no? As Abarientos comes up with a steal. Thompson, bibit-bit, gets the basket, may kasama pang foul.
Hard work paying off that time for Barangay Ginebra. Saving another play by going for that steal. They had the numbers. Scotty Thompson attacking the rim, getting fouled, and now chance for a three-point play.
Bonus shot for Scotty Thompson.
Bell, ano balita?
May mga pagkakataon na okay lang sa San Miguel kung tahimik si Junmar offensively, pero ayon kay Assistant Coach Peter Martin, pinag-usapan nila sa dugout that tonight is not one of those nights. In the first half, Junmar has not been getting the looks, not been getting the touches. Kita-kita yan sa 28% field goal shooting nila in the second quarter where they attempted 10 times from the 3. Kaya nga pinagsabay nila ngayon si Mo at si Abay to milk their advantages at the post. Patuloy namang weathering the storm ang mensahe ni Coach Tim sa huddle. Masaya siya that they were more aggressive in the second quarter, lalo na ang kanilang second unit, but he warned them about SMB being a third quarter team, so they have to keep their intensity up and keep attacking the basket. Gentlemen.
A clear reminder for Coach Leo Austria. The big man has to have his touches. Pero ina-acknowledge din naman nila yung bang ganda ng depensa nitong Barangay Ginebra, lalong-lalo na sa pag-block ng paint. Miss shot there from the perimeter for RJ Barrientos. You see San Miguel running.
Ross to CJ. Naipit si Perez. Babalik kay Ross. Sabit si Abay sa rebound play.
And that is also why Coach Tincon is not panicking. when he says we have to weather that storm, what he meant was they're gonna miss their shots eventually from the outside. So yun ang nangyayari ron dahil nga binabantayan nila itong si JMF sa loob, hindi makahinga, masyadong masikip. Minsan, kagat dila yan pag tumitira itong si Ross o si CJ. Pero so far, so good for them dahil nagmimintis na.
Aguilar goes all the way to the corner. Nice touch pass, Scotty to Troy. Nagawa ng paraan ni Rosario.
Sensational passing display there by Barangay Ginebra. And now they're up by 4 points.
No line of sight papunta kay Junmar. Ganda ng denial ni Aguilar. CJ loses control. Mo Tautua! Right place, right time for Big Mo.
And this is what they wanted to milk. Their superior height advantage against San Miguel. It is imperative for them to score inside the paint.
Aguilar away from his comfort zone. Will look to attack. Japit na ipit ng dalawa. Bibigay kay Scotty. Another and one.
And you can just feel and see the spirit of Scotty Thompson not giving up on the play. Look at this, almost another turnover. But instead, he was able to get a good touch of the leather, did not lose his sight on his goal, which is the rim. And another and one opportunity for Scotty.
25 puntos na. Para dito kay Scotty. We want trying to do everything he can to try and tie this series up, Coach RG.
Import stat line. It is not Brownlee. It is Scotty playing here for Barangay Ginebra. Very impressive shooting from the field. 9 out of 11. Now he has a total of 26 points. Count 7 rebounds and 6 assists across the board. Perfect stat line for number 9.
Junmar gets deep. Up and under. Abay will be denied. Holt comes out of the scrum. He looks to push it. Right down the defense of SM. Offensive foul. Si Rosario ang pinituan, hindi si Holt. He was clearing space, Coach.
Sayang yung opportunity to score and count another basket via the fast break variety for Barangay Ginebra dahil natawagan nga ng loose or offensive foul doon si Troy Rosario. Butch play for them. Now they have to play defense.
Mabilis na paupo si Japit Aguilar. It is now Norbert Torres back on the floor. At siya yung katapat ni Fajardo. Junmar wants to clear out. Kokolap sa kanya si Scotty. They go to CJ. RJ katapat, 6 to shoot. CJ bumitin. CJ Perez. 20 puntos na rin para dito kay Perez.
Nakakarami na rin. At itong si JMF, alam mo yan eh. Pag medyo alam niyang may help, hindi niya talaga pipilitin eh.
Torres tries. No go. Jericho pitches it out. Junmar on the run. Ay!
Kinapos sa take-off.
RJ reaches for it. The floater ni Abarientos is good. That's a 4-point swing.
It is not always that you see Junmar Fajardo miss an unmolested basket, but on the other side, quick to pounce on it. Another floater for RJ Abarientos.
Junmar gustong bumawi. In traffic, naipit, Mamemuersa, loses it. Ang daming tumaga doon kay Abay. And now everybody in a white jersey is asking Coach Tim Cone to challenge this. The entire coaching staff of Ginebra up on their feet.
They're not moving. They're not going to challenge.
Naabot na yung bola rin kay Abay.
They will just allow Junmar Fajardo to shoot 2 free throws. Junmar Fajardo definitely a marked man in this ball game.
Only his 5th point tonight as we send it back to Bell.
Parehong balikat na ni Abay ang kanyang iniinda. Una raw niyang naramdaman ito noong NLEX quarterfinals pero kilala natin siya at nakita naman natin kung paano niya ito labanan, itong muscle strains according to physical therapist Edward Bacason, which only needs rehab and stretching to address. Ibinahagi ni Abay na kapag inaangat niya ang kanyang braso, doon daw siya nakakaramdam ng sharp pain, but he still continues to downplay this and assures us that he'll give his best even though his best may look different on different nights. Gentlemen.
Yan yung binabangkit ni Dr. J back in game number 2. This is why people in the basketball community have nothing but absolute respect for Junmar. Kahit may tama lumalaban, mga molde ni Pingris yan ni RDO.
Talaga, yung bang pag sumasakit ang katawan, lalong tumatapang at lalong hindi nag-give up. And na-reward na naman siya. Napakaraming kampyonato, napakaraming MVPs, napakaraming best player of the conference. Pero ngayon, medyo hirap talaga. Kitang-kita mo. Yung dexterity niya, ibang-iba. Yung atake niya, medyo hirap talaga.
Junmar kicks. Ross launches again. Barangay Ginebra really playing the numbers here, letting Ross shoot. Kahit na magandang simula niya kaninang first frame. Holt kicks it over. Torres lines it up. No. Perez in the open court. Jericho and Junmar running with him. Jericho all the way.
They had the numbers that time. Back-to-back misses dito sa Barangay Ginebra, particularly Torres from the outside.
Pabana sa dalawang inahabol dito ng SMB. Rosario over to Thompson. Traffic para dito kay Scotty. Gagawa ng paraan. Bibigay kay Norbert. Long to lang yan. Still good.
Taas ng kumpiyansa ni Torres. Kailangan niya talaga magpakita sa opensa. Nag-apologize siya dahil sa 2 mintis siya sa 3. Pero okay lang, tumama naman yung huli.
Papahiling ng timeout si Coach Leo Austria as Norbert Torres has now scored his 7th point of the game. Apat ulit ang abante ng Ginebra, 69-65.
Most development partner, Eagle Cement, our official cement.
One time. Okay, okay lang yun, okay? So, let's run natin. Power. Okay? First, okay, 1,000, okay? They're trying to deny you guys. Hey, listen up. That's why you'll be here. They're trying to deny you, hi. They're trying to deny. Okay? Pwede kayong pagka wala sa akin, bumalik. Okay? Set up your man. Alam naman niya kung paano i-handle yung gano'ng situation, but you have to remember, no second game, he played 44 minutes. Probably, yun ang nagbigay ng kaunting, that's why hindi na-perform well on defense. But his presence in the court is really helping a lot. Makikita natin pagka gusto niya umiscore. But I think there's something wrong, and dahil iniingatan din niya sarili niya. But you have to appreciate Junmar because may nararamdaman o wala talagang yung presence niya, mararamdaman ng mga teammate at saka nung kalaban.
Yung wear and tear talaga, yung milyahe sa katawan ni Junmar ang inaalala nila Coach Leo. Pero hanggat nakakatayo yan, lalaban at lalaban.
Tama, tingnan mo, sinestretch na ng bahagya yung kanyang shoulders dahil nga hindi normal yung movement ng kanyang shoulder. But of course, he is not just gonna tell his coach, I don't want to play. That is not Junmar Fajardo's pedigree. He's struggling, he is in pain, but he is still playing.
Yun yung my favorite quote from Mark Pingris nung magkakasama pa kayo dati sa Pure Foods. Courtside ako nun Ping, lalaro ka ba ngayon? May injury ka, di ba? Makakalaro ka ba?
Oh.
Sagot ni Ping, di tayo lalaro, lalaban tayo.
Yan.
Di ba? Yan yung mga molde, mga RDO, mga Ping, mga Junmar, laban kung laban.
Talaga. Sigurado tayo inspired itong si JMF dun sa mga ganong katagang binibitawan ni Mark Pingris. Kadota niya yan.
Yan. Oy, pinasok dito si Chris Rosales kasabay si Jericho Cruz. Ayan na naman tayo pag nagsabay yung dalawang yan. Jericho will hit the layup.
Wag lang tayo lituin ng referee. Na-foul si Jericho Rosales. Yung mahirapan.
Pagsabay, mahirap Scotty for 3. Oh. Jump it, thwarted. Here comes San Miguel looking to tie it up. Jericho puts his head down. Gets it out to Perez for the lead. No. Junmar battling for the board. He is down, getting down in 30. Jericho wants it. He takes it. Could not make it. Big Mo will save it. Cruz. Kalabawan na dito. Tabla tayo.
Minsan it pays off. Your persistence. Junmar Fajardo keeping the ball alive. Diving for that possession. The last time was Mo Tautua. Resulta another 2 points for San Miguel.
Scotty inside. Double team. They go to Koo. Ralph, foul there by Perez.
Not yet in team penalty. San Miguel's 5th team foul. And after that foul, yun na. Free throw shooting time na para rito sa Barangay Ginebra.
Si Trollano susubukan na ulit dito ni Coach Leo.
Napakalamig ng laro ni Don Trollano. Only 3 points so far in 11 minutes of action.
Paalala natin, back in game 3, 33 puntos po ang ibinuhos ni Don Trollano. Raymond Aguilar now part of the 5. Misses on the floater. Both coaches digging deeper into that rotation. Si Rosales ginamit na ngayon third. Si Aguilar naman sa kabila. Para kina Coach Tim. Tautua kicks it out. Rosales for 3. Nope. Raymond Aguilar with a rebound. Chop it on the run. Gets the basket. Atinya pang foul.
They wanted that one. Force a defensive stop. Put your running shoes on. Outrun San Miguel. And you will be rewarded. That was the mentality of Japet Aguilar. And he was able to generate 2 points and a chance for a 3-point play. Why is Raymond Aguilar inside? Coach Leo Austria opting to play with his twin tower combination of JMF and Mo Tautua. Kailangan ng pambangga, kailangan ng pantapat. Pero yun na nga, medyo pagod na si JMF. Pinagpahinga na muna ni Coach Leo.
So it is going to be Tautua and Brondial in the front court para sa Red Shirts. Joining itong sina Rosales, Trollano, and Cruz. Katapat nila yung dalawang Aguilar, Abarientos, David, and Koo. Let's see how the second unit of San Miguel fares this time. Kanina dito sila nahabol.
3 puntos itong pinuprotektahan ng Barangay Ginebra. Tignan natin kung may init si Daton. Lamig eh.
Whistle way before that attempt. Dalawang taga-Adamson nagsisinyasan, sino Cruz at Trollano. Tatlo sila din actually sabay, pati si Brondial. Ano? Pinto comes back in. Pagpapahingay na si Raymond. Nag-adjust kasi si Coach Leo. Inupo si Junmar. Balik na ulit sa bench si Raymond. Trollano looking for his spot. Forced to give it back out. 6 to shoot. Jericho attacks Pinto. Jericho all the way.
He likes that matchup, especially from the perimeter. Using his speed and also his physicality just enough to bump off and get his defender off balance.
14 na puntos na para dito kay Jericho Cruz. Ralph Koo inside to Japet. May foul na dun sa sapo pa lang from Brondial.
Just the beauty of this series, and you can just see the way Barangay Ginebra is trying to dissect the defense of San Miguel. No Junmar Fardo inside. Look for Japet Aguilar underneath.
Dati may depth 5, ngayon may depth squad naman. Iba spelling ha, depth at saka depth para dito sa SMB. Kita mo naman, yung games 1 and 2, aba, 73 combined yan for 2 games. But back in game 3, 56 in 1 game alone, napakatindi.
And you just don't know who's gonna hurt you. And we are talking about the depth of San Miguel's bench. Great the way they reconstructed this team. Nung nawala yung depth 5, nagbago ng atake si Coach Leo Austria. At one point, you saw itong si Brondial giving a good account of himself. Mo Tautua was alive and pretty much so visible and felt in Game 3. 13 total points. But the way Trollano showed up, only 8.5 points per game in the first 2 games. And now in game 3, 33 points. This guy is now the guy who's spearheading the offense of San Miguel with a total of 14 points. That's Jericho Cruz. I have to pause. Baka makuryente.
Japet misses on that first free throw. Boss Alchua, front and center here at the Commissioner's Row.
And of course, Andrew Te, the technical head of SBP, Samahang Basketball ng Pilipinas.
Tautua with this rebound. Japet missed both. Uh-oh. David got a fingertip on that one. San Miguel will have 4 seconds to get it across. Rosales got to get it there. There it is.
Dikit ang bench points natin ngayon. Hindi malaki yung bentahe ng San Miguel. 22 to 21. Good job with the bench of Barangay Ginebra.
Pero kaninang first up, 19 to 12 yan. So ngayon third quarter, nagparamdam na yung bench na San Miguel. Di nga lang madagdagan ni Trollano yan. Catch and shoot 3. Jericho short. Rebound na kanino, Trollano. Ends up with it. Celedon kicks it to Mo. Jericho back to Mo. Down the middle he goes.
Patience being off that time. Mo Tautua thought of taking the shot from the outside, but instead gave that pass. He's still got the ball back on a higher percentage basket.
San Miguel surges back ahead, 73-72. Ganda ng bakbakan natin, Coach RG. Third quarter pa lang to. Cool with some daylight, puts it on the deck, drops it off to David, thwarted by Mo.
Mo making his presence felt on both ends, just made a basket and also got that block shot.
That bench mob of San Miguel coming into effect here. Rosales to Trollano, long 3, no! Aguilar with the board. A minute and 22 remaining in the third. Uh-oh. Malakas yung pasa. Naasapon ni Rosales. And he takes care of business sa kabilang dulo.
Unproductive thrust for Barangay Ginebra.
Unforced error yun, ano?
Napakadaling tira ni Rosales on a layup.
The rotation players of Barangay Ginebra trying their best to keep in step with San Miguel. Abarientos, who started tonight actually, will miss. Tautua with the board.
Only 9 points so far for RJ. Very bad shooting from the field, 4 out of 13.
San Miguel marching it down. Jericho to Mo. 3 ball on the way. No. Rebound stays with the red shirts. Hindi na naman tumama. Yung outside shot na yun.
Finally, a defensive rebound for Barangay Ginebra. You look at our numbers on the offensive rebounding end. 22 offensive rebounds for San Miguel and only 7 for Barangay.
Barrientos trying to hold for the last possible shot of the third. Cool goes early. He misses. Rebound Trollano. Enough time for a heave. Don trying to get it across. They go to Rosales. Huli! The Abarientos.
Good block by RJ Abarientos to end the third quarter with Barangay Ginebra trailing San Miguel by 3 points, 75-72.
Si Torres at saka si Rosario, guys. So muna kay Rosario. And then Carlos, pero try natin. Let's go to no. Okay, 3, 1, or pagka tinawag natin yung 2. Yung Mark will be here. And I think that will be here.
After a rough first quarter. Barangay Ginebra battling San Miguel to within 3 points before we opened the fourth. How they do it? They did it by committee. Lahat ng taga-barangay ay nagtulong-tulong dito. Plus 10 sila so far sa ating total assists. Pero ang San Miguel naman, yung second chance points. Coach RG's mentioned this time and again, yung size ng San Miguel proving to be the difference. Plus 10 din sila pagdating sa pangalawang mga tira. How about the superstar matchup, the Gilas boys we've got on the floor right now as well, Coach RG? We're talking about, of course, CJ Perez and Scotty Thompson. CJ already with 20, Scotty with 26, and we've got an entire quarter ahead of us here on RPTV.
A brilliant performance by these two perimeter players of Gilas Pilipinas, but playing on opposite ends. 26, you saw that stat line, 26, 8 and 8 for Scotty Thompson, 20 points for CJ Perez. As bad as San Miguel is playing in terms of their inability to make extra passes, nakita natin yung assist numbers eh. They are still up by 3 points. And the reason is offensive rebounding might, 22-7 advantage or 23-7. It has just been updated. Lamang na lamang itong Beermen doon.
Saan man kayo sa Pilipinas, Luzon, Visayas, Mindanao, hopefully nag-enjoy kayo on RPTV. At pati na rin nanonood sa atin globally at the One Sports YouTube channel. Magandang araw sa inyong lahat. This is Game 4, San Miguel versus Barangay Ginebra, the top seed versus the 5th seed. Abarientos tried to tie it up from the opening. Offensive ng ating fourth quarter, merong foul sa rebound play.
It will be Brondial who will be whistled for that foul. His second personal foul, but only the first team foul for San Miguel.
Abarientos joined on the floor by Pinto, Torres, Rosario, and David. Katapat etong sina Cruz, Brondial, Rosales, Fajardo, and si Trollano. Pinto from the outside, no. Celedonio Trollano with the rebound. Napagalitan ako ni Attorney Charlie. Yung Celedon, si Camaso nga doon pala yun. Celedonio si Trollano.
Buti nga sa'yo. Hoy, nawala! Ay, nako. Nawala ulit!
And David strips it away from Fajardo. Here comes Pinto to the corner. David Buebuelo, nice fake! Ang daming mintis ng San Miguel na gano'n, Coach RG.
Akala ko nga pasok na yung unang tira na yun bago maka-rebound si Junmar Fajardo, pero nagmintis pa din. Junmar Fajardo definitely bleeding for precious points in this game. Only 5 points to show on a 2 out of 10 shooting from the field.
David taking care of that first one. Jason David, all tournament long, has been one of those key guys para kay Coach Tim. Plays about 18 minutes a game. He's been an integral part of the rotation. He goes 2 for 2.
I'll check my numbers of Junmar Fajardo. I was correct when I said 5 points, but just 2 out of 9. So he has taken 9 attempts so far, only 22% from the field, but he had 17 rebounds.
Rosales goes between his legs. Kiskisan sila dito ni Pinto, way beyond the whistle.
Oh, no problem with that kind of physicality. It is definitely a gift dito sa mga nanonood dito sa SM MOA. Napakaraming tao tayo rito para matunghayan ang ating Game 4 na laban.
Trollano to a backdoor cutting Cruz. Bump out of bounds there by Pinto rather. So Jericho Cruz will be at the line for 2 free throws.
Your coach Leo Ostra, you're just happy with the activity of Jericho Cruz, especially because Junmar Fajardo is a marked man. Jericho Cruz scoring his best game or best scoring output in the series. Can he add another basket? He does. Now he has a total of 15.
Sabi ni Attorney Charlie, di naman siya nagalit. Natuwa na nga si RG nagalit ko.
Okay na yon, attorney.
Uy, Cruz with the rebound. Si Power of Tower, Benji para sayang-saya din sa kanyang natutunghen yan sa RPTV. Ang ganda raw ng bakbakan natin, Coach RG.
Alam mo, sinusundan ko yan eh. Si Tower of Power, talagang idol ko yan. Kasama si Ronnie Magsano. Mga tubong UP yan, 1986 champion. The only. Alam naman natin, Tower of Power, rookie MVP dito sa ating PBA.
Two-time MVP pa.
Tama.
Hall of Famer pa. Gagalit siya pag kulang. Kailangan may Hall of Fame.
Hindi matatapos yung larong to. Puro siya lang pag-uusapan natin sa dami ng nagawa niya sa basketball.
David sa kabila! Another big hit!
What they're doing is they're trying to speed up the tempo of the ball game, trying to score early baskets, and they are rewarded. We are tied right now at 76 points apiece.
8 puntos na para dito kay Jason David. Trollano trying to measure up David. Atras, abante, P-hit, and inisihan pa. What a move by Celedonio!
He is just such a confident player. Alam niya, kailangan niyang pumuntos. Yayariin siya dahil nga 33 points siya. Ibig sabihin, nahanapan ng puntos yan.
3 ball. Good para dito kay Norbert.
He has the license to shoot from downtown, especially to draw out the defense of JMF. He was rewarded his first 3 here in the fourth quarter.
Junmar at the other side with the sky hook. Diluwa. Brontiel is there for the stick back.
It can be very frustrating right now if you are Ginebra San Miguel because they are forcing a lot of initial missed shots, but they just could not get the defensive rebound. Another second chance points for
Torres again.
Miguel.
Big rebound by Troy. Torres, same spot.
Beautiful baskets by Norbert Torres here in the fourth quarter. 2 threes for the big man.
Norbert Torres coming to play. 13 puntos na. Junmar clears some space. Mintis pa rin. Junmar looking for the foul. Ginebra pushing it the other way. Pinto thought about it. Forced to give it up. RJ wants better spacing. Torres for 4. No! Oh, somebody took a hit to the head. That's Rosales, writhing in pain.
And that was a little far from the range of Norbert Torres, but we could not blame him. He just hit 2 big-time threes in this quarter. Pero sprawled on the floor, itong si Rosales. Nire-review ni lead referee Romel Gruta.
The medical staff of San Miguel and the PBA rushing over. The referees already have reviewed what just happened there. Titignan natin kung ano magiging hatol, anong nasilip sa replay.
Pagkatira ni Robert Torres na yun.
Just a loose ball foul whistle there on Troy Rosario sa kanyang box out.
Nothing extra. It is just a regular foul positioning, nothing dirty. But of course, masama yung tama ni Rosales doon. Bibigyan pa siya ng pahinga. Hindi. He will stay on the floor. But good thing he is okay.
Pressure in the backcourt being applied by Ginebra. Trollano against David. He gets it across. Junmar battling Torres for position. Brontiel will get it right back to Don. Trollano picked up his dribble. 5 to shoot. Somebody's got to take it. 2 with the steal. Here comes Scotty. He glides in. Ginebra up by 4.
Turnover resulting to 2 points for Scotty Thompson. His 28th point in this game.
Alam mo, tinibre na sa atin ha. Ni Fidel Mangonon. Hindi pa nakaka-30 yan. Si Scotty sa PBA. Trollano answers back with a 3.
Oh, what a big-time basket. Just when you feel like Ginebra San Miguel has the momentum, the silencer, the Don hitting a 3-pointer.
Abarientos backing up on Rosales. RJ ginamit yung balikat to create the space. Thompson chasing after it. He gets the board. Scotty. Bang! for the first time ever, Scotty breaches 30.
31 enormous baskets by Scotty Thompson. Nothing bigger than that three-pointer.
Three-point shot nga, natin pa rin sa atin ang Arena Plus Sportsbook. Thompson's been getting it done all night long.
And it is not just in the scoring department. He kept that ball alive. That means that is +1 rebound for him. He is now officially 31, 9, and 8.
If you're here, somebody must steer here, okay? Hit him para sa idol. Okay? Kasi pagka ikaw nasa labas, yung tao mo nandito, hindi makano. So you have to cut right away. Okay? So nandito, ayun siya nandito, punta rito. Hit natin ito, punta tayo doon. Okay? Now, wala tayong point doon, pero set up natin. Okay pa? Okay? Don't worry guys. And that's only 4 points, kaya pa natin yan. Okay? Yan na. Now, set natin, okay?
Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel, nung semis game 1, ay kita nyo naman, 21 points ang nakuha from their bench. Pero game 2 and game 3, in total, medyo madalang na ang kanilang naambag. Dito sa game 4 though, they are back with a vengeance, Coach RG. Big baskets from guys like Torres, David, and the rest of them. Norbert really lighting it up this Sunday at the MOA Arena.
And that is the beauty of this kind of a series. You know exactly the kind of shots that you must take advantage. That 3 is always part of the arsenal of Norbert Torres. He can nail that one. Now, if you are being guarded by big man JMF, who has a hard time rotating out or rushing out on shooters, you have to milk it.
And anytime nga makasabay ang bench ng Barangay Ginebra sa second unit na San Miguel, they will be in the game. Right now, they are up 4, 87-83.
And another good sign, you look at the bench points. Tama yung nabanggit mo, a foul, but that will put Barangay Ginebra to a penalty situation. That means that's their 15th foul with time still a lot with 7 and 22.
As Chris Ross makes his way back in, si Miss Belden nagbabalik.
We can't play tired on the rebounds. This is what it takes to win. Yan ang naging pahayag ni Coach Tim. Hindi daw pwedeng ipakita nila ang kanilang pagod at mas lalong hindi pwedeng lalamya-lamya sila. Sa kampo naman ng SMB, they are still looking for a more aggressive abal, while defensively the instruction was to guard multiple actions in one possession. Gentlemen.
Oh my God! Gang defense, hindi lang gang rebounding yun, Coach RG.
Alam mo, minsan natatahimik ako sa effort na binibigay nitong Ginebra.
Bawal lalamya-lamya, sabi ni Miss Bell. That's exactly what Ginebra showed on that defensive stop. Let's see if they can do it again. Jun Mardo will feed Jericho, the floater ni Cruz. No! David diving for it. RJ to Scotty. Touchdown! Barangay Ginebra, San Miguel!
33 enormous points for Scotty Thompson. But more importantly, partner, 6-point advantage for Ginebra.
What a time for his career explosion to come. Scotty really carrying Ginebra. Ross for 3. No! Rebound. Scotty! That's 10 rebounds, right?
It's 33, 10, and 8. And we still have close to 6 minutes remaining here in this ball game.
Abarientos on the move. Naipit sa baseline. Bibigay kay Torres. He loses his footing. Ku in trouble. Somehow got it to RJ. David to Scotty.
Just being at the right place and at the right time. Timely tap pass by David to the wide open Scotty Thompson. And don't look now, this is the biggest lead for Barangay, which stands at 8.
Junmar trying to silence the crowd. CJ sizing up Thompson. Trollanos in motion. Don gets his hands on it. Huli ni David! Junmar gets the basket. May kauban pang foul.
It is just so difficult for one man to stop Junmar Fajardo, and we saw that, trying his darnest best to keep Junmar Fajardo outside the shaded lane. But it is just unfortunate that the ball ended in the hands of Junmar, who's been bleeding for points. Hardly any easy basket or easy looks for Junmar Fajardo. He had to use his left hand that time, and that is only officially his 7th point in the game.
He does have 19 rebounds, 5 assists, a steal, and a block though. Pero yung timing ng mga puntos siya ngayon in the next 5-14, they are definitely gonna need it if they want a 3-1 lead sa ating race to 4. Abay misses. Rebound na kanino. Mo last touch on the baseline. Ginebra will get to protect a 6-point lead. Pagka mga series dating best of 7, pinakamasaya yung mga Sunday dahil alam mong mas matindi pang all-out makikita mo dahil may 2 days in between. Wednesday pa yung next game eh.
Kaya kitang-kita mo, alam ng mga Pilipino yan. At kita mo yung dagsa nila rito sa SMOA. Ang napakaraming taong nanonood nitong laban natin na yan.
Abarientos in attack mode. Goes to Scotty. Off the spin. David somehow ended up with it.
Sometimes your hard work, your nose for the ball, you will be rewarded. That is exactly what happened to David. Nakuha niya bola, catch and shoot, quick up ang ginawa ni David ron.
10 puntos na para dito kay Jason David. Tautua banging bodies with Rosario. The top 2 picks of their draft class. Sinasabi ng Ginebra, travel daw dapat. Sabi ng ref, foul si Troy, or it might even be David. David ang napituan on the help. Mandatory tayo with Ginebra up by 8. 2 shots parating para kay Mo sa aming pagbabalik. Bago tayo bumalik sa aksyon, silipin muna natin ang defensive stop na ito. Natin sa atin ang Pioneer Elastoseal. Selyado ang bubong anumang panahon. Tulong-tulong lahat ng mga nakaputi. Kinuyog nila si Abay dun sa ilalim. As they come up with a stop here, grabing depensa. Ang pinakagat doon ng Barangay Ginebra San Miguel. Jason David, Coach RG, in 22 minutes of action. He's got 10 points, 5 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 steals, and 2 blocks so far in this game.
Brilliant performance for Jason David. Just a lot of great performances, especially from the guys coming off the bench. If there is one thing in the scheme of things for Ginebra, Scotty Thompson has been a constant in this game. But the contribution of Jason David particularly, 10 points. He was not demanding that rock, but he knows what to do the moment he gets it. 2 rebounds and a lot of superlative things defensively. Coach Tim Cohn was quoted as saying, reminding his players, let us weather the storm. What is it exactly that he was able to weather? The 3-point shooting of San Miguel, 9 out of 13 in the first 12 minutes, but only 4 out of 22 the rest of the way. Kaya nagkaroon ng magandang espasyo sa lamang itong Barangay Ginebra. 8-point lead is their advantage at the moment with 4:33 remaining in this ballgame.
Baliktad pala ako, no? Sinasabi ko, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. Baliktad, 2 rebounds, 5 assists para kay David. Tautua with a much-needed point para dito sa SMB.
He's getting a lot of minutes. Coach Leo likes that combination. Playing alongside Junmar Fajardo, they feel like they have a height advantage so they can control the boards, but they have to make their free throws. Another chance here for San Miguel. They were not able to complete the defensive rebound. We're talking about Barangay Ginebra. So ngayon, tignan natin, where are they gonna go? What kind of attack San Miguel will do to trim the deficit of Barangay?
Cruz backing up on Barrientos. Tutulong si Troy. Perez lines it up. Long two. No. Scotty pitches it out. Rosario with a touchdown once again para sa mga nakaputi.
And clear as day, the game plan very obvious for Barangay Ginebra. Just force him to take an outside shot. We're gonna bite our lip. If they miss it, long rebound, get the rebound, push that rock. There is no way the two big guys, particularly Fajardo and Tautua, could run with us.
30-second timeout gagamitin ni Coach Leo Austria. Ginebra getting it done on the run here. Paalala natin, for the benefit of the late tuners, natambakan po ng hanggang 16 puntos yan noong first half, early in the second quarter, or late in the first quarter at that. Pero sa ngayon, lamang na ng siya ang Barangay Ginebra. 16, ano? 30-14 yung score natin back in the first quarter when San Miguel had that largest lead.
And things augur well here for Barangay Ginebra. They had a 99-point output in game 1. They eventually won that one. In the next 2 games, they were just limited to 84.5. So nakuha na ng Barangay Ginebra more or less yung kanilang numero pagdating sa opensa. Another missed layup shot, this time from Chris Ross. But a foul will again be called against Scotty Thompson. This time, team penalties, Barangay Ginebra, 2 free throws for San Miguel.
But it was Junmar Fajardo howling in pain, Coach RG, after that whistle habang nakakapit siya sa kanyang kanang balikat. Ikaliwat kanan na nga daw yan ang balita sa atin ni Miss Bell, di ba?
It is not fair to gauge the performance of Junmar Fajardo on the basis of his total points. Only 7 on a 3 out of 14. Remember, he is not playing healthy. He is not 100%. It has been mentioned so many times na masakit yung kanyang balikat. So that is exactly the reason why he is struggling from the field. He did a lot of heavy lifting in the first 3 games, particularly on the rebounding end. Pero ngayon, kinakailangan na rin siyang pumuntos, partner.
Yung mga timing, ayan na, nag 2 for 2 si Abay. He's now 3 of 5 from that free throw line. More importantly, ibinaba niya sa 7 ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. Abarientos looking around, goes to the left side. Chop it, glides in. Paligsa siya mga bante rito ng mga nakaputi. Ross mandilin lang, kicks it out. Perez dives in. Offensive foul whistled on CJ. Naabangan siya ni RJ.
Prior to this ball game, there was a lot of conversation about the need for RJ Abarientos to play tougher defense. That is a testament to the reminders of his coaching staff. Look at this particular sequence, sacrificing his body.
He was there way ahead of time.
Oh, yes.
97-88, Barangay Ginebra goes to RJ. Chop it, floats it up. No go. Ross ends up with it. Here comes San Miguel. Under 3.5 remaining in game 4. CJ could not get rid of Scotty that easy. CJ between the legs, forced to kick it back out. Marshall scoreless, gives it up to Ross. Doesn't work for Chris. Tapika na kanino, na kay Marshall. Ross loses it. RJ beats everybody to the other side.
Barangay Ginebra. Quick hands, forcing turnovers, scoring on the break. Very good template for them. Another turnover on that telegraph pass. They have the numbers. White shirts, Japet Aguilar.
Jumping Japet with the throwdown. And listen to this crowd roar. May mga John Cena you can't see me pa mula sa Ginebra fans in attendance. Look at the unselfishness of the white shirts.
And you have to give it to Japet Aguilar because he ran and he has to be rewarded. Only one defender, and that was CJ Perez. He could not do anything against Japet that time.
14 na puntos para dito kay Japet Aguilar. More importantly, 13 na ang abante ng Barangay Ginebra. This crowd Nag-uumpisa na lang ng maamoy na magtututo na ang ating race to 4. Ang daming bida para sa Barangay Ginebra, but we still got 2:46 remaining in this one. Alam naman natin yung San Miguel. Napakadali mag-mount ng comeback niya.
Eto, nako, kapanibagong inspirasyon para rito kay Japet Aguilar. Tingnan mo naman yung kanyang ngiti. Unang-una dun sa may kaliwang parte, ni-retire ng Gilas Pilipinas yung kanyang number 25 jersey. Diba? Napakagandang pagkakataon para kay Japet Aguilar dun sa serbisyong ginawa niya para sa ating pinakamamahal na bansa.
Ngayong naretiro na yung jersey, huwag niyo nang kulitin ha. Gusto na magpahinga sa national team ni Japet. Hayaan mo na sa PBA na lang. Pinababalik niyo ba lagi?
Alam mo, kailangan eh. Kita mo naman, walang kaduda-duda. Meron pang spring sa kanyang legs.
Kahit napakataas na milyahe, no?
Pero alam mo yung nakakabilib dito kay Japet? Napakahirap ng ginagawa niya. Just trying to stop. Stop is the term that I'm using, ha? Junmar Fajardo. Or contain Junmar Fajardo. And yet, meron pa rin siyang enough speed sa kanyang legs to run and transition and enough take off yung elevation na tinatawag to control and to dominate that vertical real estate na tinatawag natin. By far, really the best or the most athletic big man. Yung ganyang height, ha? Dito sa ating liga.
Coach Leo Austria has pulled Junmar Fajardo out of the game. It is Tautua and Brondial in their front court. Kasama sina Perez, Lassiter, and Ross. Aguilar stretching his defense. Kasama niya sina Thompson, Abarientos, Rosario, and David. Lassiter gives it up to CJ. 4-ball in and out. And Barangay Ginebra will now try and burn more of that clock, Coach RG.
Napakamaraming mintis na talaga eh, lalong-lalo na pag simula ng second quarter hanggang sa fourth quarter from the three-point area. They simply fell in love with the three-point shot and it abandoned them nung last three quarters.
Look at the passing of Ginebra still. Trying to look for better shots on top of good shots. CJ bibit-bit. Kinalbo niya doon yung dalawa, RJ and Scotty.
Personal output, 22 points for CJ Perez. But defensively, nahirapan talaga itong San Miguel. They allowed Barangay Ginebra to score 101 points. So that is a good barometer, a good gauge for Barangay Ginebra in terms of wins here in this conference.
Ang problema for CJ, 18 nung 22 na yun, nung first up pa na yung bag, ano?
Tama.
Ginebra goes to David. That's another assist for Scotty.
Oh, now Scotty Thompson has 9 assists.
10 na. Pang-10 na.
Oh, wow.
Career high na. Triple-double pa. Talain mo yun.
Ibang klase talaga yung mga binibigay sa ating mga facts ni Fidel Mangonon.
Iba, no? Usually nagka-career high. Hindi pang triple-double ang career high sa scoring, ha? Usually scoring lang. Ito tong triple-double po.
And another good fun fact is Ronnie Magsanok had a 32, 13, and 18 for Shell and 155-108 win against Pepsi in the 1990 All-Filipino Conference. 2026 na eh. Paki-compute nga.
18 assists?
Coach Ronnie,
Umiscore ka ng 32 pero may 18 assist ka ba? That's another 36. Di ba?
Ronnie Magsanok yun. Iba rin yun. Kilala ni Benji yun. Benji Paras yun.
Sa 18 assist siguro mga 12 papunta kay Paras. Ano?
13 bilang.
Si Escobar pinasahan din kaso hindi na shoot. Hindi assist.
19 sana.
103-91. Rosario putting on the finishing touches for Game 4.
Oh, like the old cliche, Barangay Ginebra showing that they wanted it more. It is very important for them to notch a victory here in Game 4 to tie the count at 2 games apiece. It would be very difficult for them. Had they lost this one, they'll be down 1-3. Nakapakahirap niyan. But now, it's gonna be down to a best of 3.
It's gonna be a virtual best of 3 starting on Wednesday. Game 5, Game 6, parehong Araneta, and if necessary, Araneta pa rin tayo sa 7.
Naku, sigurado, ganito na naman ang dami na dadagsa sa Araneta Coliseum.
Miyerkules po yan, and it will be the 7:30 game, Coach RG. And mapapanood live on RPTV, of course. What a fight back by Barangay Ginebra. 16 yung hinabol nila back in the first half. Napakasama ng kanilang First quarter, natambakan ng ganun-ganun lang. Pero yung karakter ng Barangay Ginebra, sumipa na naman yung NSD nila.
Tama, and superb third quarter, or fourth quarter rather, for Barangay Ginebra. A 33-point output for them. Don't shoot, no need.
Sabi nga ni RJ, what you doing? What you doing, Ross? Nagulat din siya. So it is completed. Barangay Ginebra climbing back from 16 points down to win by 14, 105-91. Tabla na ang ating race to 4 at 2 apiece.
And Scotty Thompson, napakadaling desisyon to choose our Babad Player of the Game.
Babad Player of the Game brought to us by Devon. Enjoy unforgettable TV Babad moments with your family only with Devon. A career night scoring-wise. But wait, there's more. Career high 35 na, 11 and 11 pa.
Tama yan, triple-double performance for Scotty Thompson. He really towed his team to victory, played with so much intensity and heart. The never say die spirit was evident in the game of Scotty Thompson.
Siya ang nag-spearhead nung comeback, na-inspire yung bench, kinumpleto ng Barangay Ginebra. Yung NSD nila, nanalo sila, tabla tayo at 2 games apiece.
San Miguel has now tied this best-of-7 semifinal series, and I'm joined with our best player of the game, Scotty Thompson. 35 points, 11 rebounds, and 11 assists. Congratulations, that was a career-high performance for you, Scotty. How are you able to set the tone early and sustain it throughout the game?
Well, first and foremost, we want to thank God sa manalong ito. I prayed for this game, and of course, shout out to my family, my wife Jinky, mga anak ko Aster and Austin and Storm, and of course mama ko and dad ko na nanonood ngayon. It's talagang we fought hard. We battled down the stretch. So I think yung key namin, we defend well for today's game. I hope ma-continue namin sa next game. So
Scotty, like what I mentioned, you have now tied the series against San Miguel. What will be the approach to carry on this win to game number 5?
Well, we know every game is different. No, we have to be more consistent. We have to approach more aggressively the next game, because we know San Miguel, they're gonna bounce back, and we know how hard the team sila. So.
Scotty, we have a great crowd here at the Mall of Asia Arena. Please batiin nyo sila.
Well, big shout out to all Ginebra fans. Thank you for the love and support. Kayo yung dahilan kung bakit nakabalik kami sa game ngayon, and never say die. Thank you.
Once again, our best player of the game, Scotty Thompson. Let's now turn it over to the post-game press conference with our winning coach.
Coach Tim, congratulations. Big game for Scotty tonight. Career high, triple-double as well. How big was he on both ends to help you weather the San Miguel storm and carry you to this very convincing win?
Well, I don't know. I didn't even know that Scotty was putting that kind of numbers up. You know, we're just trying to figure out a way to win. It was a quiet triple-double in my mind. I don't know, maybe the fans knew it was going on, but I didn't know it was going on. He was really just all over the court, and you know, we moved the ball so much better today, made their defense work. We had 30-plus assists tonight, and when we can make 30-plus assists, that's when we're really at our best. And so the guys really embraced the idea of ball movement tonight. I really appreciate that. Jumar had a tough night. I don't know if it's his shoulder or what, but he was missing some shots that he normally makes, but we'll take that, you know, whatever edge we can get. I think the biggest problem we have with this team is just believing that we can beat them. I think that's the hardest thing for us to overcome. You know, they're such a legendary team in the All-Filipino. You know, Jumar's legendary. It's quite intimidating to play them, and I think that we just gotta, you know, we gotta really internalize the idea that we can beat them, and I felt we kind of had that tonight. I didn't feel like we had that in Game 3, that sense that we could win. But I think we had that tonight, and that's really the biggest battle I think that we have to overcome. Just the belief that we can beat this team. You know, you look out there, you see Ross and Lassiter and CJ and Junmar. Just looks like such a formidable team, and then you add Troiano and Jericho. It's really tough.
At oras na nga po para silipin natin ang ilan sa mga kapanapanabik na eksena. Game 4 of a best-of-7 semifinal series between Barangay Ginebra at ng San Miguel Beermen. Lamang po sa seryeng SMB, 2-1. Pero si Scotty Thompson, ginigising na maaga ang Barangay Ginebra. They led 7-2 bago nagpaulan ng 3 na CJ Perez and Chris Ross.
Oh, Chris Ross was on target in the first quarter. Made a lot of threes. And San Miguel's offense was really in sync in the first 12 minutes. 36 total points for the Beermen in 12 minutes of play.
Umabot ng hanggang 16 yung abante nila before settling for that 10-point lead. Heading into the second, we pick up the action with less than 7 minutes remaining in the first half. And that's going to be RJ Abarientos hitting a three.
He was really present during the uprising of Barangay Ginebra, but a bench mob consisting of Pinto, David, and also Ralph Koo made a big difference for Barangay Ginebra's fight back in the second.
How about CJ Perez? 18 points in the first half alone, trying to keep SMB ahead. Pero ang Ginebra bago matapos ang first half, sinong itang pangkalamangan? Sino pa nga ba ang kukuha niyan kung hindi si Scotty?
And he was all over the place. But at the end of 24, Barangay Ginebra finally experiencing a 1-point advantage entering the third.
Ito na yung benchmark na sinasabi mo.
Yan ang sinasabi nating nakatulong dyan. Torres, nakitaan natin ng perimeter jumper. Madadagdagan pa yan ng napaka-importanting mga tres pagdating sa fourth quarter.
Sa kabila naman, it was Jericho Cruz trying to carry the fight para dito sa SMB. 15 puntos para dito kay Jericho, a series high for him. Motaw tuwa, pilit din nag-ambag. Nakuha ng San Miguel yung third quarter, 20-16.
Dikit talaga laban natin pagpasok ng fourth quarter. Lamang pa itong barangay or humahabol pa itong barangay ng 3 puntos sa 3 lamang ng San Miguel.
Kung nung second quarter naka-30 puntos ang Barangay Ginebra, yung fourth quarter mas matindi pa. 33 kanilang binuhos. Ayun na yung Torres para dito, kina-coach din.
2 3 ang binitawan niyan. Samantala, ito naman si Don Troliano nakatira at nakabuslo ng isang tira sa malayo. 9 out of 13 itong San Miguel ng first quarter. Only 4 out of 24 the rest of the way.
How about the career night though para dito kay Scotty Thompson? 35 career high points. But wait, there's more. May 11 rebounds, 11 assists pa yun.
And to, kumbaga, Coach Tincon, hindi natin naramdaman na triple-double. That was really what you saw. The unselfish play of Scotty Thompson, dishing it off to the rampaging Japet Aguilar for a slam dunk.
105-91 your final score. Barangay Ginebra tying up the race to 4. 2 wins to 2 wins sila ng SMB.